highlights compiled by David Holtzford. Be sure to send your own highlights to David at the email on the screen. This week's Game of the Week features Birmingham rival schools Minor High School at Mountain Brook. Be sure to tune in at 7 p.m. on Thursday. I'm Susan Carruthers, and on behalf of AHSAA Weekly, I thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
You know, Tony, it's almost that time of year again.
Well, we already know the outcome. Roll Tide.
No, not that game. I'm talking about scoring the #1 truck in America for the last 45 years, the Ford F-150. Right now, you can order a new 2023 Ford F-150 at Sunny King Ford with absolutely no deposit. Choose the features you need and the extras you want.
Only at Sunny King Ford.
That's right, Sunny King Ford, on the sunny side of the street, Anniston, Oxford.
Now that's a catch.
Just my question, why you gotta pay more? No, come to M&M Auto Sales in Lincoln.
Been in this location for 8 years, and we're growing up in this business because you guys support. And without you guys, we could not be here. And you could check us on the website, m&m78.com. We provide over 125 cars in that website. And we have the muscle cars, we have the trucks, we have the gas savers. We're here till 7 o'clock every day. Poppy, Big Mo, Tally, and we're here for you.
I need the King boys.
Don't call two clowns in a tow truck when you're dreaming of them King boys.
As the calendar flips to September, we turn our attention to region play in high school football. And tonight from Spartan Stadium in Mountain Brook, we've got a couple of undefeated teams from Class 6A Region 5 set to do battle tonight on the AHSAA Game of the Week presented by Amherst as Minor takes on Mountain Brook. And good evening, everyone. Mickey Shadricks along with Coach Rick Rhodes again this week. And, Coach, these two teams are off to great starts. They both look very impressive in their first two wins of this. Get off to a great start in region play tonight. That is very important, especially with the type of teams these two teams are this year.
Well, everything goes up a notch when you start region play, and this really has become a key game as everybody expected Mountain Brook to have a great football team, made the semifinals last year, but Minor has really come on like gangbusters to start the year. Wide open offense, pretty tenacious defense. It should be a heck of a game. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of great players on the field tonight, and you had a tough job. You had to kind of narrow it down to who our key players are tonight, Coach. Well, there's going to be a bunch of them on the field, but first of all, for Minor, quarterback Kareem Key is off to a tremendous start. 20 of 33 last week for 303 yards and 5 TDs against Bryant. He's already thrown for over 700 yards on the year. For Mountain Brook, Cole Gamble, he's the leader of a stable of running backs. They have 3 really, really good running backs. He had 100 yards last week for James Clemens. Both these guys will be really, really key guys tonight. And when we come back, we'll continue to set the table for the region opener for Mountain Brook and Minor on the AHSAA Thursday night Game of the Week.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At Amherst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
You know, Tony, it's almost that time of year again.
Well, we already know the outcome. Roll Tide.
No, not that game. I'm talking about scoring the #1 truck in America for the last 45 years, the Ford F-150. Right now, you can order a new 2023 Ford F-150 at Sunny King Ford with absolutely no deposit. Choose the features you need and the extras you want.
Only at Sunny King Ford.
That's right, Sunny King Ford, on the sunny side of the street, Anniston, Oxford.
Now that's a catch.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Are you ready for some football? Then WOTM is the place for you. On Thursday nights at 7 p.m., veteran broadcaster Mickey Shadrix and former high school state champion and collegiate national champion Coach Rick Rhodes bring you live coverage of the AHSAA TV Network Game of the Week, presented by AmFirst. Friday nights at 7 p.m., it's the TV24 Game of the Week, presented by Sunny King 4. And the action continues Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. with an encore presentation. Drummond's Company, Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, right here on WOTM.
And back at Spartan Stadium, ready to examine our keys and blueprint for victory, brought to you by Rob Walker Architects. We believe the architect's role extends beyond the traditional services. We serve as a close advisor and partner to the clients for the entire process. Coach, what are the blueprints to victory tonight?
Well, keep the word stretch in mind, because both these teams are going to try to stretch the field, but they're going to do it in different ways. First, for Minor, they're going to throw the ball vertically first. And they're going to try to back that defense up. They've hit a ton of big plays this year. If they can do that, those impact plays are going to be something very special. For Mountain Brook, 3 great running backs. They're going to run the stretch play, try to get cutbacks, sets up that play action game.
2 contrasting styles on display tonight at Spartan Stadium. We will kick it off. Mountain Brook and Minor coming your way next. And a great night for football, and we are set for the AHSAA Automotive Kickoff from Spartan Stadium. Minor will kick it off to Mountain Brook to get things started in this key early season Class 6A Region 5 matchup. It is taken by an up man for Mountain Brook, and Spartans are going to have outstanding field position at about the 41-yard line after the kickoff return.
Yeah, really good presence there to field that line drive. Looked like Austin Riley at third base, getting one hot off the bat. Good look at the Mountain Brook sideline, and
there's your starting quarterback, John Colvin, bringing the troops out. And Colvin having a really good season so far in the first 2 games. Spartans with 2 wins to start the year over 7A teams, knocking off Vestavia and James Clemens en route to this game. Minor with impressive victories over Huffman and Paul Bryant. So again, both teams 2-0. And here's the first snap from scrimmage, and a huge gaping hole. And this is what Mountain Brook loves to do. An AmFirst first down right out of the chute as Cole Gamble takes it over right tackle for a huge gain.
Well, he made our keys to the game look exactly right here. This is the stretch play. They get the Minor defense running laterally east and west, and Gamble does a great job of planting that upfield foot and getting north and south and picking up big yardage.
Talk about a stable of running backs, Coach. They've got them, don't they?
Yeah, they really do. They've got 3 that I talked with Coach Yeager earlier this week. He said they're about as good as he's ever had, and he's got them all at the same time.
Gamble gets the call again, taken off his feet after a gain of about 3 by Dalen Parks, the junior defensive lineman. And here's a look at your offensive starting lineup. We mentioned John Colvin, the returning start at quarterback. There's those 3 running backs that Coach was just speaking of, King, Waldrop, and Gamble, who we've seen twice already. Good wide receiving group led by Clark Sanderson, had a punt return for a touchdown last week. And the offensive line there as well. They're big and strong and physical up front. Coach, they spread the wealth around. Last week in their 42 points they scored, 6 different players contributed and scored a touchdown in that win last week.
Yeah, that's a hallmark of their team, as is a lot of different formations, which you're going to see a lot of movement and shifting. Good defense there.
Gamble could not turn the corner, and Coach, I guess that's one thing that comes pretty difficult if you try to run east and west against this Miner speed. As we take a look at the Miner starting defense, and they've got a lot of speed, a lot of athleticism on this defensive unit.
Yeah, they really do, and you saw that closing speed right there. That was Clyde Beavers, who came from a safety position inside out, and shut that thing down for basically nothing.
So here's a 3rd and 7 for Mountain Brook at the Miner 42. All running plays so far for the Spartans. Let's see if they go to the air here. Little play action. Colvin. Pass is complete. This is Jackson Beatty, and he's going to score. So they did indeed go to the air, and it paid dividends.
Well, the thing is, we saw all too well that made that play was this great play fake. But it's a little diagonal. It's a deep crossing route. Run the post from the left side of your screen and take that inside receiver from the other side all the way across. And just a beautifully conceived route and a great throw and catch. And the Spartans are on the board.
And that is Beatty's 2nd touchdown of the season. Here's our Sonny King extra point. Reed Harradine, and he splits the uprights.
Well, that was really
nice start.
Yeah, that was a great throw by Colvin. That's an extremely difficult route to defend. The only thing tougher than that is the ability to throw that route. You try to throw that thing right between the hash and the numbers, and you see he's right on that hash right there. Clear out with the safety, run the diagonal deep at about 16 to 22 yards, and just like you draw it up. You saw the corner there, number 15. He was going with the post. That cleared him out. He tried to pivot back, but too little, too late.
So again, the Spartans with 3 straight running plays, getting it down to the 42, and on a 3rd and 7, Colvin, his first pass of the game, a touchdown pass to wide receiver Jackson Beatty.
Well, that running game, of course, is their bread and butter, and they do such a great job of faking off that it sets up that play action pass. There are no linebackers in the underneath coverage, and again, just executed to perfection.
And the Sarah kickoff. Harradine with a deep, booming kick. Sails out of the end zone, so it'll be a touchback for the Tigers of Miner High School as they come out for their first offensive possession. They've been quite dynamic this season so far. They scored 49 points in a win over Huffman, 37 points in the win over Paul Bryant. And here's, I guess, Coach, the straw that stirs the drink here for them, their quarterback.
Well, there's no question about that. He's already thrown for over 700 yards. You think about that now, that's 350 yards a game. And they have been able to light it up, and they will not hesitate to put that ball in the air.
Kareem Key is your starting quarterback. The 5'8", 160-pound senior has already thrown for over 700 yards through 2 games.
Not a bad start.
He's 49 of 72, 713 yards, 10 touchdowns. Here we go. First down for the Tigers as they are already trailing the home team here tonight, 7-0. And they're going to start the game with a false start penalty.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
And Miner is, they're trying to make that next step. They had a down year last year. And, of course, they're playing one of the perennial powers in 6A football in this state, so it might be a little tight right here.
Interesting formation. 4 receivers stacked to the right. Keys passes away, and it's dropped at the 27. Right in his hands, Darian Jackson, and he had room to roam, too, so a big mistake there is going to make it 2nd and long.
Yeah, Jackson had 8 catches on the year for 88 yards, and nice job of scrambling there by Key, and I think Jackson would be the first to say that he should have pulled that one in.
So it'll be 2nd down and 15. Keys gets rid of it quickly. This time Jackson does haul it in. Good yardage after the catch results in a Miner Amherst first down.
Well, he's going to oversplit to the outside. They run the slant route, and just really great separation and great acceleration after the catch by Darian Jackson. And you can see these guys, I mean, they know how to throw the football.
Jackson did not take his eyes off the ball that time. Key steps up in the pocket, passes away on the far sideline, and the officials are going to call it a catch. They're going to say that Dylan Forsythe, the senior, who came into this game with 8 catches on the year, they're going to say he hauled it in for a gain of 7.
You know, we're getting that quadcep to one side. That time it was a double wheel route, which is pretty unusual.
Actually a gain of 8, 2nd and 2, and here is Malachi Threep, stood up that time by Mountain Brook senior linebacker Trent Wright.
Yeah, Wright's one of their leaders on defense. That was a split zone look, but not much there.
Here's a look at your Minor starting offense, and we mentioned Key, the quarterback. He is the key that makes them go, but great group of receivers that can also double running the football. This pass caught by Threep, but he's taken down immediately. Good coverage and good sure tackling there by Mountain Brook.
Yeah, just a little hitch route, but a good job that time of hanging on football. Pretty big hit by the Mountain Brook secondary.
Tucker Crawford, the junior defensive back, credited with the tackle. So here is a 4th down and 1. They're going to punt it. And it kicks back, takes a little Mountain Brook bounce, and it'll be down to the 34-yard line. So
18-yard punt.
the Spartans will get the ball back with a 7-0 lead.
Well, we saw flashes of what Minor is capable of doing offensively, but a pretty good defensive series by Mountain Brook. Bent just a little bit, but you know, when you play teams that spread the field like Minor does, the thing that is so important is that you don't miss tackles. And Mountain Brook did a really good job that time of, you know, if the pass was a 6-yard gain, that's what you got was 6. You didn't break a tackle for another 10 or 15, and that's a real key.
And there's Mountain Brook coach Chris Yeager in his 17th season. All-time winningest coach in Mountain Brook history, has led them to the semifinals consecutive seasons. And this is hard running by Will Waltrip. His first carry of the game results in an Amherst first down, a gain of 11 out to the 45.
Yeah, just a word about Coach Yeager. Of course, I've known him for a long time. He was my line coach at Troy at the ripe old age of 24. Has really built not just a good team here, but a great culture and a great program. They have a pipeline. You know, they do just a wonderful job of nurturing their guys, and I can tell you, he's not the only coach in the state you can say it about. But if you play for Chris Yeager, you're going to be a better man for it.
Took over the Mountain Brook program in 2006, and has been a consistent winner year in and year out. A short gain here, 2-yard gain that time for Waltrip.
Well, they just keep coming at you. You know, they run just variations of the zone play. They don't try to fool you with what they're doing, but they do a great job of executing. And these running backs know how to stretch the field and find that open daylight and work right to it.
2nd down and 8 at the 47. Colvin passes away downfield, and it's caught in stride. It'll be a touchdown for Clark Sanderson. The Harveys on Noble touchdown.
Clark Sanderson had 8 catches for 179 yards coming into this game. Looked like his dad on that one. His dad, Craig, was a great receiver at Alabama, a master of separation techniques. I know I was there when he was there, and pretty special. Just a beautiful throw, right on the money. Just a little inside skinny post route, and very well executed. And boy, Mountain Brook has come out with all guns blazing.
And the Sonny King forward extra point is right through there. Airdyne 2 for 2 on the night on extra points. It's 14-0, less than 5 minutes into this first quarter. Great start for the Spartans at home here on the AHSAA Game of the Week.
Sylacauga's best kept secret? No more. Harvey's on Noble is the place to go for the area's best food and drinks. Whether you're in the mood for steak, burgers, salad, seafood, or dessert, Harvey's on Noble will not disappoint and the atmosphere is perfect for catching the big game or just relaxing after work. Harvey's is open for dinner Wednesday through Saturdays, so round up the family and we'll see you at Harvey's on Noble, downtown Sylacauga.
Mr. President, Bessemer Superhighway is backed up. What are we going to do?
Are you serious? Get me the King Boys.
King Boys Towing is the fastest growing tow and recovery company in Birmingham and surrounding areas for one reason. Our customers are our top priority. Whether your car has been in an accident, is stuck in the driveway and won't start, or you just need a tow to your preferred repair shop, give us a call. Our fleet of flatbed tow trucks will provide courteous and fast service. King Boys Towing, 205-428-3235.
Well, quite a start for Mountain Brook here at home as they have a 14-0 lead over Minor in a Class 6A Region 5 matchup, 2-2-0 teams. And I tell you what, this Mountain Brook offense is really clicking. Coach, you mentioned already how their running game is so effective, and it just sets up the passing game, and Colvin's accuracy on that previous pass, that was a beautiful throw.
Yeah, this game could not have started much better from a Mountain Brook perspective, and you have to really be impressed with their execution. They're just a well-oiled machine at this point, but we're just getting started. We'll see.
Reed Harradine again knocks it out of the end zone on the Sarah Automotive kickoff. And Coach, here's another look at the touchdown pass from Colvin to Sanderson.
Well, just a beautiful drive route, just straight down the field, and of course that ball is up and over. Sanderson shows good speed. I think Mountain Brook showed a little hitch route on the outside to kind of freeze that corner just a little bit, and again, just very well executed.
And across the way, there's a look at Minor head coach Adrian Abrams in his 5th season with the Tigers, led them to the 6A playoffs 3 years in a row from 2018 to 2020. As Coach mentioned earlier, they missed the playoffs last year, kind of a down season at 2-7.
Yeah, he's done a very good job there. He's got his team off to a great start, and of course he knows right now that they want to answer. They want to get some momentum wearing a white shirt for a while.
Key taken down behind the line of scrimmage as Mountain Brook's Sam Hunt with a tackle for loss.
Yeah, really a strange looking play. It was looked almost like it was a design quarterback keep, but the left tackle pulled to get out in front and left an open gap to the inside in the Mountain Brook jersey. Right here, you see number 44 comes right underneath untouched to make that play. I don't know whether Henry Bowen, big run right here.
Key takes off. Very effective runner when he needs to be, and felt the heat coming and picked up some positive yardage. We'll set up a 3rd down now. 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers.
Yeah, well, this is a real critical play, obviously, for Minor. They definitely don't want to give this ball back to Mountain Brook.
Here comes the blitz. Key gets the pass away, and it is incomplete, intended for Tylen Amerson, and there is a flag on the play. We may have interference here against the Mountain Brook secondary.
Yeah, I thought Tucker Crawford did a good job of getting his hand in there to try to separate the ball from the receiver, but he may have gotten more than just his hand in there. So we'll see.
Pass interference on the defense. 15 yards from the previous spot results in a 1st down.
It's a big call. Obviously, Mount Minor needs to hold on to the football. Let's get another look at it, and I think the officials got that one. The hand clearly on the jersey.
Yeah, you see that right hand, and that that number 6 is in a strange position, and can't tug on that jersey.
Here's our first mandatory heat timeout. We'll take it as well. Spartans with a 14-0 lead at home.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
You know, Tony, it's almost that time of year again.
Well, we already know the outcome. Roll Tide.
No, not that game. I'm talking about scoring the #1 truck in America for the last 45 years, the Ford F-150. Right now, you can order a new 2023 Ford F-150 at Sonny King Ford with absolutely no deposit. Choose the features you need and the extras you want.
Only at Sonny King Ford.
That's right, Sonny King Ford, on the sunny side of the street, Anniston, Oxford.
Now that's a catch.
And we're back at Spartan Stadium. Take a moment to thank our friends at Rob Walker Architects. They believe the architect's role extends beyond the traditional services. They serve as a close advisor and partner to the clients for the entire process. Rob Walker Architects. You can learn more at robwalkerarchitects.com. And the blueprint for victory for Mountain Brook, Coach, they have followed it pretty closely here so far tonight.
They have been exactly what we thought they would be. As we get another look at our official.
Prior to the snap, full start, offense, 5 yards, still first down.
Second procedure penalty against Coach Abrams' offense. The first play of the game, they had a procedure penalty. They get one here.
Well, when you get into a game and you get smacked early, one of the things it does is it really bothers your concentrations. I think we had movement again. I think the left tackle, Henry Boehm, moved early.
Prior to the snap, full start, offense, 5 yards, still first down.
You know, Coach, you can't come into this stadium against this kind of team and commit these penalties.
No, you really can't. You really deny yourself a chance to win, and you know, they had a little something going. They went from a 1st and 10 to a 1st and 20.
Key gets the pass away in the area where the blitzer was coming from. It's completed to Dylan Forsythe. 4-yard pickup that time.
And I think you're going to see a good bit of that from Mountain Brook. You know, not all out 6 or 7 man pressure, but zone blitzes to try to force the ball out early and throw it right into coverage.
Key with time, turns it loose downfield, and he had a receiver running open there, overthrew Amerson.
Yeah, and those are the kind of plays that in the first 2 games they hit. That one just overthrown just a bit. He had a step, but now brings up a 3rd down and 16.
Yeah, the 2 5-yard penalties just drive killers.
No, they really are. I mean, those yards are precious, and you know, you always want to try to stay ahead of the change. You know, the best down in football is 2nd and 6, and when you're giving away 10 yards, it makes it pretty tough.
3rd and 16. Spartans rush 3, and they get heat on Key, and Key just has to get rid of it to avoid a sack. So Mountain Brook dropped 8, rushed 3, and still got pressure on the Minor quarterback.
Yeah, if you look to the right side of your screen, you're going to see that just great relentless pressure by that front 3, but led by Billy Radney. Just a good outside move right there, and beat the tackle to that side and just kept coming.
Tremendous pursuit that time by the Mountain Brook front. So on 4th and 16, the Tigers once again unable to sustain a drive. They get the 1 first down due to the pass interference penalty, but they're going to have to punt it back to this very dangerous Mountain Brook offense that has had their way so far in this first quarter. This will take a minor roll as this punt will be down inside the 15, down at around the 12-yard line. And I'd like to remind you to tune in next week for Thursday Night Lights, as we will be in Sylacauga, as Valley and Sylacauga will go at it in a key region matchup between those 2 teams. 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll have it right here for you on WOTM and the AHSAA TV network.
That's a couple of programs with a good bit of tradition, for sure.
Boy, a stop here would be key for this Minor defense as they have the Spartans backed up deep in their own territory. And here is the first down handoff. Once again, a huge gain. This time it is John Cooper with the Amherst first down. And just like that, Coach, they're out of trouble.
Did you notice the shift by the Mountain Brook offensive line?
I did.
You know, it was kind of like we didn't get to see it. They shifted before that, but this is the stretch play again. They went to an unbalanced line into the boundary, but it was 1-2 shift. You know, the story about Newt Rockne, how he invented the Notre Dame shift was he was in New York seeing the Rockettes and took one of their dance routines, and that's how he formed that. Obviously, Coach Yeager saw that movie.
Correction, that was King on the carry. And he gets his second carry of the night. And interesting, Coach Yeager, he started off, and it was Cole Gamble. Then we went to Waldrop. Now it's King's turn.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was very, very candid about it. He says, you hope to get great running backs periodically through your program. We're fortunate right now that we have 3 great ones all at the same time. And of course, all this formation adjustments and the things they do with their shifts and motion just make it that much tougher.
Second down and short. Run right up the middle. That is King. 3rd consecutive running play, and it'll be an Am first down.
Yeah, King had 111 yards last week, and you can see why. I mean, that's a great cut. I mean, this is all the same play, folks. But, you know, it used to be called running to daylight. The defense stretches. They overcommit, leave the backside A-gap exposed. The good running back, he senses that, plants that upfield foot, and just gets his shoulder pads north and south. There's the Rockette shift again.
And here is King again. About a 3-yard gain, tackled from behind that time by Pumaris Thomas, the junior linebacker for Minor. But this is, Coach, this is what they do. They just run the ball at you. They just get you focused on these backs, and then before you know it, there's a play action pass. They hit you deep.
Well, what happens is you know, your defense starts creeping up, or, you know, even if they do it physically, they do it mentally, and before you know it, why, it's not a run, and as you said, that receiver's behind you, and now you're in big trouble.
2nd and 7. Mountain Brook from the 12-yard line out to the 46, and here is that play action. Colvin goes down the middle of the field, receiver wide open, and it is going to be another touchdown as Jackson Beatty gets his 2nd touchdown reception of the night. The Harveys on Noble, touchdown for the Spartans.
Well, they ran a wide bunch set to the field, and one receiver went deep, one receiver went inside, one receiver went outside. Colvin does a great job coming off the play fake. You can see going from left to right, deep in your screen. The post route over the top, and just nobody for Minor in the vicinity. Just extremely well executed.
That was exactly the word I was thinking, was execution. And as a longtime coach, you've got to just love the execution if you're a Mountain Brook fan.
No, these guys execute about as well as anybody you're going to see. I mean, they take great pride in what they do. I've known Chris Yeager for a long time. He's a perfectionist, and they start running this offense, I think, right when they get out of diapers, and it shows. And I know one thing about Chris Yeager: he never quits coaching. I'm going to talk right there with number 54.
Here's a look at the touchdown. You know, we had just said right before the play that it has been their pattern, put a few runs together, then play action, and that has been their methodology. Their first 3 possessions, 21-0 lead, and I tell you, Minor's got to be thinking, what's hit them here? They are in a big hole.
And you can see Jackson Beatty's enjoying the day, as he should be right here. Let me clean one thing up here, Mickey. That was Henry Boehm that Coach Yeager was talking to. I had him playing for Minor early, and I apologize for that. I'll get this straightened out, but he's a senior right tackle for Mountain Brook and has done a great job for them.
And another kick out of the end zone by Harradine. So here's the Minor offense. And Coach, now you're in a situation where if you're Minor, you need your offense to at least put together some first downs. Their defense has been on the field for just about this entire first quarter.
Yeah, and you know, this is the kind of offense that if you're down a lot early, you can get back in the game in a hurry, but you can also get off the field in a hurry too, and put your defense right back out there. So I think you hit the nail right on the head, Mickey. They need to get a drive going. They need to let that defense rest a little bit and make some adjustments.
Key gets the pass away. And look at the Mountain Brook defense pursuing there as Malachi Three had nowhere to go.
I counted 9 gold helmets there. Yeah, this is just a little crossing underneath route right here, but you can see the Mountain Brook defense, you know, they sink.
But going to be another short gain. Darian Jackson on the reception.
Yeah, that's that slant route again, but that one was good for 2 yards, and that's obviously not gonna get it done. And so on this particular drive right here, Mountain Brook is doing a great job of minimal rush and maximum coverage and forcing that ball thrown underneath and really rallying to the ball great.
3rd and 8, bad snap. Key in a lot of trouble, is going to lose big yardage back inside the 15.
Yeah, the Mountain Brook defense that time slanted hard to the field, and the Minor defense was not able to pick them up. And really, if you watch right here, right to the middle of your screen, you can see the slant working to the field, and just no one is there to pick up Billy Hoyt, the very quick nose guard that makes a big play and is thoroughly enjoying it.
So a 3 and out, and not only a 3 and out, but they lose yardage back inside the 15, so they'll be punting from right at their goal line. Mountain Brook looking to get very good field position. And we're going to have another pre-snap penalty against the Tigers.
Well, they're a little bit shell-shocked right now.
Prior to the snap, full start, offense, 5 yards, still 4th down.
Coach Abrams, obviously a look of concern there.
Well, you know, you're trying to think, what can we do to get this thing turned? And so far, there's nothing that has worked.
Just do get the punt out of there. And it will take a Mountain Brook, or I should say a little bit of a minor bounce across midfield, and it'll be down at the 47. So the Spartans will have outstanding field position right around midfield as they come out with 20 seconds to play here in this first quarter, in which they have dominated.
Young Mr. Beatty right there, Jackson Beatty was a little too aggressive on that bouncing ball for my taste right there. That's that ball could kick right at you. Yeah, Mountain Brook again in great field position and having their way. I think they're offensively they've been almost perfect.
Yes, I don't think you can have much of a better start if you're Colvin. What a start for the quarterback. 3 touchdown passes here in this first quarter. 2 to Beatty, 1 to Sanderson. And that should be the final play of the first quarter as Cole Gamble, who started the game, is back in there in this series.
Yeah, that was Ashton Morgan. Made a nice tackle right there, hold it to a minimal gain.
And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. One dominated by the home team as the Spartans of Mountain Brook in their region opener take a 21-0 lead into the second quarter.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
Are you ready for some football? Then WOTM is the place for you. On Thursday nights at 7 p.m., veteran broadcaster Mickey Shadrick and former high school state champion and collegiate national champion Coach Rick Rhodes bring you live coverage of the AHSAA TV Network Game of the Week, presented by AmFirst. Friday nights at 7 p.m., it's the TV24 Game of the Week, presented by Sunny King 4. And the action continues Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. with an encore presentation. Drummond's Company, Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, right here on WOTM.
You know, Tony, it's almost that time of year again.
Well, we already know the outcome. Roll Tide.
No, not that game. I'm talking about scoring the #1 truck in America for the last 45 years, the Ford F-150. Right now, you can order a new 2023 Ford F-150 at Sunny King Ford with absolutely no deposit. Choose the features you need and the extras you want.
Only at Sunny King Ford.
That's right, Sunny King Ford, on the sunny side of the street, Anniston, Oxford.
Now that's a catch.
And Coach, we mentioned the start for quarterback John Colvin. He hadn't had a ball hit the ground yet, and he's when he's thrown it, it's been pretty productive, hasn't it?
No, I mean, he's been letter perfect. I mean, we haven't had a receiver had to break stride. I mean, if you look at him, I mean, the route just keeps going. I mean, he's been absolutely flawless.
2 touchdown passes to Beatty, 1 to Sanderson, hence the 21-0 lead, and Colvin and company back out with good field position here as we begin the second quarter.
I mean, they've been about as impressive as they could be here for one quarter. Yeah, looks like we got a flinch. Yeah, I think that.
There was a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think that's going to be William Courtney.
Offense.
That flinched a little bit.
Down remains 2.
Left guard. Coach Abrams dealing those defensive cards. Definitely trying to get a stop.
So 2nd down and 15 after the penalty. 1st and 15, Colvin rolling out. And we'll just take the 1-yard gain and step out of bounds. And we'll be aided here with the flag with a late hit out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Ashton Morgan, the senior linebacker, is going to hit him about 3 steps out of bounds.
Play made 2 yards, but there is a flag on the play.
You know, pretty well defended play by Minor, but
After the play, personal foul, defense, 50-yard clear of the run, 1st down.
And clearly out of bounds.
Personal foul on the defense. Ball spotted on the 41.
well, sometimes when things go wrong, they go wrong. So obviously not something that Minor won at any time, but especially when you're fighting for your life like they are right now.
Fighting to stay in this game. Gamble, good vision. Keeps those legs churning as Brandon Woodard, the sophomore defensive lineman, had him wrapped up from behind. But another positive running play here for the Spartans. Is this offensive line, Coach? You gotta tip your hat to those young men. They're doing a good job.
No, they really are. You know, just a shout out to them. Number 54, Henry Boehm. We've already mentioned him as the right tackle. Max Smith is the right guard. Richard Kinzall is one of the left guards. So is William Courtney. Charles Smith is in there sometimes at right guard. Watts Alexander, Carter Colvin at center, as is Davis Peterson. That's their 2 deep in the offensive line. And
2nd down and 4. Here's the play action. Colvin rolling out. Nice pass as he connects with Rob Gillespie, senior wide receiver, his first catch of the game. The AFS red zone.
Well, this is just straight bootleg action right here. You always got somebody in the flat. As you look to the bottom left-hand side of your screen, just drug all the way across the field. Very well executed, and another big play for Mountain Brook.
Your local foundation and waterproofing specialists at AFS. So in the red zone, Mountain Brook looking to add to their lead. And here's the give. Gamble, and Gamble will be stopped, but not before he gets down near the 10-yard line. Kelton Owens comes up to meet him, but again, really good yardage.
Yeah, a little different look that time. You know, ran the motion all the way across and then just ran the hard dive right where the motion left from. I think got the Minor defense leaning a little bit to the field, and another great game for the Spartans.
So 2nd down and 2 for Mountain Brook. They can get a 1st down at the 8-yard line. 3 receivers split to the short side of the field. Colvin hands off to Gamble, and he is wrapped up for no gain. Now, that was a nice play that time by Ashton Morgan, the young man who got flagged a moment ago, with a really good tackle that time.
Yeah, he did a good job of staying on the back hip of the ball carrier. When he tried to cut back, you'll see him right in the middle of your screen. He's sitting right in the hole just like he's supposed to be. And one of the best plays all night by the Minor defense.
So 3rd and 2.
Boy, 3rd and 2 from here, you got to think that Mountain Brook has their whole playbook in front of them right here.
And there is the shift again. And looked like some confusion there before the snap, and I think Mountain Brook got a timeout.
Mountain Brook.
Well, they shifted, they motioned, and then they snapped the ball and hit the guy in motion. So probably a very well-advised timeout.
So timeout, 3rd and 2 for the Spartans. They will have an opportunity to talk a little more about this play as we take a look at Class 6A Region 5. There you see 4 teams undefeated to start the year. Parker, Minor, Mountain Brook, and Woodlawn. Then you also have Gardendale, Jackson Hole, and Mortimer Jordan. This is a very solid Region 5, Coach.
Yeah, it really is. You know, Mountain Brook, of course, is the highest-ranked team in there, but Gardendale will be a factor. Minor is 2-0, struggling today, but and Parker could be a force as well. There aren't many of these regions in this state that aren't pretty darn good, I'll tell you.
So out of the timeout, 3rd and 2. Beatty in motion, and he gets the handoff, and Beatty's going to have the first down inside the 5, wrapped up by Jalen Chapman, the junior defensive back, but it's going to be 1st and goal for the Spartans.
Well, again, the ball is handed off to Beatty on the speed sweep going the other way. Great execution in the backfield by Colvin and by the running back right there to carry those fakes out. And I mean, we're having a little trouble following the ball, which I think you can see, and our crew is about as good as they come. I mean, just very, very well executed.
And the snap to the up man. Nobody fooled on that Minor defense as Carter Kelly, the senior tight end, took the direct snap.
Yeah, that play, I don't think, operated on all cylinders. The snap looked like it was a little early, and there was not much movement at all, and very good defense by the tenacious Tigers.
1st and goal on the 6.
Second down and goal. King in motion. Colvin throws to the end zone for his tight end, Carter Kelly. It is incomplete. They had one-on-one coverage over there. Kelly with a size advantage against the defender.
Yeah, I tried to throw the back shoulder fade right there. It's a bit high, but if you look right there, the hands get kind of caught up inside. He's got to bring his hands up late, and really is a little bit late getting them up, and the ball just gets right by him.
So finally an incompletion here for Colvin comes almost 4 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah, he'd been just about, well, obviously perfect until that point, but that one sailed on him just a bit.
Mountain Brook would love to force a field goal here. 3rd and goal. Colvin. Pass into the end zone. It's caught for the touchdown. The Harveys on Noble touchdown reception made by Carter Kelly.
Yeah, ran a little wheel route to the outside and just set down Kelly right over the middle, and ball is zipped right in. There was something on it, and yet another Mountain Brook touchdown.
Clean
ball,
pocket.
very well thrown. Yeah, very clean, and ball thrown right over the middle. And it's so important that ball's thrown below the pads, where the receiver can use his body to shield the ball from the defender. And really a well thrown ball and a nice route.
And the extra point is plenty good by Harradine, extending the lead to 28-0. And here is the 4th touchdown pass of the first half for Colvin.
Yeah, you can see that ball's driven right into that hole. You know, you can see that little crossing route, and then the hook route set up right behind the crossing route, pulled the linebacker over. Very nice read by Colvin, and the ball is thrown right on the money.
Nice blocking by both offensive tackles, taking those rushers upfield.
Well, they've been a machine so far tonight.
Both number 12s, Colvin with his arm and Harradine with his leg. See if he booms another Sarah Automotive kickoff out of the end zone. He's 3 for 3 in that department so far.
Yeah, just, you know, from looking at him in a little less than a quarter and a half, not many holes in this Mountain Brook defense, offense or special teams.
And there's Malachi Threet, or correction, that is Tylen Amerson awaiting the kickoff. See if he'll get an opportunity to return the kick. And he will not. 4 for 4 in touchbacks for Mr. Harradine so far tonight. We saw the same thing from Southside's kicker last week.
We did. There seems to be a lot of guys in this state this year that evidently 18 years or so ago was a good year for kickers.
Something in the water back then, Coach.
I guess so, yeah.
Well, Key and company down 28-0. Tell you, they have not been in this position so far this year. Javari Allen's first carry of the night results in just a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, and if they're going to get back in this thing, they're going to have to, you know, they've got to adjust. I mean, they really the speed of the game to this point has been controlled completely by Mountain Brook. And really what Minor has to do right now is forget the score and just play one play at a time and try to get back in this thing.
Key on the quarterback keeper, and he will get it out across the 30. Nice job, Key, picking up the first down, and boy, did they need that.
First down and 10.
That'll get a little momentum going for him. You know, this is the quarterback power counter off this. Always a tough play to defend.
1st and 10, Key steps up, delivers the pass right on the money at the 44-yard line to Darian Jackson for another first down.
Really a nice route and catch by Jackson, and an absolute bullet by Key. Very, very strong arm. Pretty good shortstop in baseball, too, and you can see why.
Key picks up about 3, maybe 4. As Minor going with a little bit of hurry up here.
Well, I think this by design by Coach Abrams, trying to kind of force feed some tempo and get his guys again playing a little bit different level.
Screen pass. It is complete to Allen, and Allen, good yardage after the catch. He's going to have another first down. Tackle made that time by Mountain Brook's Hampton King.
Yeah, they've been able to stretch the field a little bit now. You know, this is kind of a flip screen out here to the running back, and very difficult to defend.
Key's pass is incomplete. He was looking for Allen again.
Yeah, tried to run a little hitch route right there, but I think the timing of it was a little bit destroyed by pressure from the Mountain Brook defense.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Mountain Brook's done a good job of keeping Minor away from the big play so far in this game.
Yeah, they really have. They've forced everything, almost everything, to be thrown underneath. Haven't given up anything over the top.
2nd down. Key takes off, slides down with another first down.
It's a nice job by the Minor offensive line. Mountain Brook shows double-A pressure. They bail out, and Minor picks up the 4 rushers from the outside, and Key does a good job of pulling it down and picking up some nice yardage.
Correction, is 3rd and 3. Pass way behind the intended receiver, Tylen Amerson, so it's going to be 4th and 3.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a fade route, but that ball was not even obviously close to completion. I don't know whether the ball was hurried because of pressure, but not very well timed out at all.
So on 4th down, they're going to go for it. Key gets the pass away, and it is incomplete. Once again, there's just a lot of pressure in the face of the quarterback, and Key didn't have anything, really didn't have time for anything to develop.
Looked very much like the play before, just as you said, Mickey. Just no concept at all to the ball, just kind of thrown out into space.
So another drive stalls for Minor. And it looks like we have our second quarter heat timeout. We'll take a break and return to Spartan Stadium.
Rightway Auto is offering cash on the spot for cars, trucks, and SUVs. Our inventory is low, and to turn that around, we are buying pre-owned vehicles in good shape. Visit our 2 locations today on the Motor Mile in Anniston or Highway 21 in Mumford. We will buy your car even if you don't buy ours. Rightway Auto is offering cash on the spot for cars, trucks, and SUVs. Cash on the spot today for your vehicle at Rightway Auto Sales in Anniston and Mumford.
Well, Coach, Minor had a little something going on that drive, couple of first downs, but Coach Yeager's defense came up with a 4th down stop, and they get it back. Still plenty of time here in the second quarter for them to add to their lead.
Yeah, really, I mean, again, a little perplexed by the last 2 throws by Key, who had been, pretty accurate. Just not even in really the same zip code as the receiver, but nevertheless, it's good defensive stand by Mountain Brook, and they're on the attack again.
And this is Will Waldrop. His rotation in there, back at running back. Short gain that time. Play well defended by the Tiger defense.
It's it appears that that those 3 running backs don't mind sharing the load at all, which says a lot about the character of your football team, because there are some teams where guys don't want that. They want to be the guy, but that does not appear to be a factor in this at all.
2nd down and 10. Shift, and I believe they got Dalen Parks coming across the line of scrimmage.
That Rocket shift again. I had a text from somebody that questioned my story on that. It's
tell them to leave you alone, Coach. You're working.
I mean, go see the movie. I mean, movies are always true. I mean, it's he was sitting there watching it, and he pulled out his pad and started drawing plays because of this shift, and it's just what Mountain.
Well, I'll say this: it sounded good to me. 2nd down and 5 after the penalty. Little delayed handoff up the middle. This is King. He's going to have an Amherst first down and more. Runs into the shoulder of Caleb Tucker, the sophomore, but again, Mountain Brook just churning up the yardage with this running game.
Yeah, a little counter draw right there. Just a little drift you can see by Colvin, and they hand back, wrap the left, I think it was the left tackle around. Nice block there by Watts Alexander. He folded around the left guard and made a nice block.
So once again, Mountain Brook into Minor territory. This is a clinic in running the football and play action pass, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, the game is pretty obviously one-sided at this point, but it's a lot of fun to watch a team execute as well as Mountain Brook is right now.
Mountain Brook calls time. We'll take a quick break as well. They'll be back in a moment.
It's the end of summer payment vacation happening now at AHSAA Honda in Sylacauga. Summer may be coming to an end, but your payments can still take a vacation. Make no payments until the end of the year and get 1.9% APR financing during the end of summer payment vacation sales event happening now at sarahhonda.net and at AHSAA Honda on Highway 280 in Sylacauga. Disclaimer with dealer preferred lender. Credit approval may require money down. 1.9% for 60 months at $1748 for $1,000 financed, regardless of down payment. Visit dealer for details.
And we'd like to thank our friends at King Boys Towing and Recovery, helping us bring you great shots and camera angles each Thursday night on our AHSAA Game of the Week. And there we see a shot of one of our cameramen,
which they do a great job of setting us up every week.
Gage Castaneda, giving us some good shots tonight here at Spartan Stadium. 1st and 10 out of the Mountain Brook timeout. And another whistle.
There's a flag on the play.
Now, normally when that happens, when you have this shifting and moving kind of offensive style, is you get more than one guy moving at one time. And of course, that's a no-no. You know, if they're shifting, you can move as many as you want, but if there's a motion and more than one goes, why that's not legal.
Colvin passes away. Nice zip as he completes it to, well, they're going to say incomplete. Beatty, the intended receiver, at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like it came out late. I think that was just kind of a, kind of an outlet kind of route where he had the option to go deeper to set it down. I think he sat it down. The ball is thrown with a good bit on it. And I tell you, Colvin's shown a pretty live arm tonight. Looks like Beatty lost his feet just a little bit, and it's ruled incomplete.
2nd down and 15. Colvin passes away and incomplete, well over the head of the intended receiver, Rob Gillespie.
You had Gillespie sitting on the sideline, but Colvin, for one of the few times tonight, is out of rhythm, not able to really load his backside and throw the ball with accuracy, and the ball sails and goes out of bounds.
So a 3rd and 15. That's a situation this Mountain Brook offense hasn't found themselves in tonight.
Haven't heard that too much on the old green and gold side of the ball tonight.
And Miner's going to call time. We'll take a break and return to Spartan Stadium. Hey, we'd like to remind you that the Friday Night Rivals game re-airs every week here on WOTM. There you see the replay times twice on Saturday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Then also Sunday afternoon you can catch the game, and Monday and Wednesday as well. So it's 3rd and 15. Miner looking for the stop here, get the ball back with a chance to score before halftime. Colvin has the ball knocked up in the air, and it is intercepted by big defensive lineman Thad Parson. Parson refuses to go down, and finally Mountain Brook will gang tackle him at the 6-yard line. As for the first time tonight, Coach, Miner is in the AFS Red Zone, your local foundation and waterproofing specialist, AFS.
Well, Mountain Brook is going to try to run a little middle screen right to the left of your screen. Nice job of batting the ball in the air, and Parsons, shoot, he may get some more carries after this one, folks. I mean, he is not going to go down. And poor Jackson Beatty is hanging on for dear life, and You talk about a momentum turner. That's it right there. And there he is, all 6'1", 300 pounds of him. And he showed some wheels, too, now.
That was an outstanding play. The defender batting the pass. And then Parson doing the rest. So here's a 1st and goal. It's Minor with a chance to get on the scoreboard. But we're going to have another pre-snap penalty.
There is a flag on the play.
I'm not questioning the call, but I mean that could have been interpreted as a deliberate attempt defensively to try to draw movement from the offensive line right there. I mean that shifting on the defense was a little questionable in my mind.
Key picks up a few yards just inside the 10. He's wrapped up down low that time by Mountain Brook's Vaughn Frost.
Yeah, just a nice job by the Mountain Brook defense of retracing. You can see it right there. The first man to make a hit on him is Billy Hoyt, the nose guard. I think a linebacker came in and cleaned it up.
Key under pressure. Pass to the end zone. It's caught. What a job there by Darian Jackson to hang on to that football in the back end of the end zone.
It's a nice job by Key, too, because he had a lot of pressure. Came unblocked off of his blind side, but he sat right in there. And the thing he did is he got that ball up and to the outside and let that big receiver use all of his length to try to make this catch. Really a well thrown, well conceived route, and Minor is on the board.
And here's your Sonny King forward extra point attempt. And it is just inside the right upright. So Minor finally comes through and gets their first points of the game. And this is what started it all, Coach. As you'll see, Colvin, his pass deflected, and then there is Parson with the interception.
And it's really a heads-up play by Brandon Woodard, who batted that ball in the air, and then the big guy, I mean, he's not going down. And this is just what the doctor ordered for Minor, and then really a beautiful throw and very nice concentration at the end of it to pull that thing in. Notice how he put his body between the ball and the defender, and the tenacious Tigers are tenaciously on the board.
And that is Jackson's 3rd touchdown of the season.
That's a great look at it right there. You see that ball is up and over where only his guy could get it. That's a great throw under pressure by Key. Good look at Darian Jackson.
That is exactly the spark that this Minor team needed as we're set for another AHSAA Automotive kickoff. This is Dominique Jones, the senior, with the kick fielded at the 10-yard line. This is Sanderson in stride. He had a punt return for a touchdown last week, and he gets a good return here out across the 40.
Return by Sanderson to the 22. 1st and 10 Spartans.
Pretty good little burst by Sanderson. Gave Mountain Brook good field position. Well, it could get interesting here, Mickey. I mean, a stop here, another score by Minor, and we got ourselves a football game. We'll see if Mountain Brook will answer.
And the Spartans do have one timeout and 3:23 to work with for Colvin and company. And they've got good field position at their 41. Keep it on the ground as King is met in the hole by Brandon Woodard. I think this Minor defense may have a little bit of momentum on their side after the touchdown.
Well, you know, I think that Minor has changed their defensive thinking a little bit. There's a little more movement up front, but I also think that they're starting to get the rhythm of this Mountain Brook running game just a little bit more. You notice those linebackers in that backside pursuit is not getting cut off quite as much as they did earlier in this game.
So 2nd down and 11 as that previous play lost a yard. This is Gamble in there. And He will pick up about 7, maybe 8. Will set up a 3rd down and short for Mountain Brook.
Well, there's a huge down coming up. If Minor could stop them and force a punt right here, that would give them a chance to really get back into this football game. So big 3rd down play right here.
They give him 7 yards. It'll make it 3rd and 4. Colvin looking to throw. Passes away and caught for a 1st down as Rob Gillespie was wide open in the Amherst 1st down. And the Spartans keep the football. Still 2 minutes to play here, 1st half.
Yeah, Minor brought the Mike linebacker. You see him come from the left of your screen. He's untouched, but that's going to leave them a defender short. Those defenders had to drop more for depth and width, and the outcut by Mountain Brook is, of course, Colvin does a good job of finding it and wide open and picks up a big 1st down.
Here's the give to Beatty. That's a good job there by the defensive end, Dalen Parks, maintaining containment there, coach, and coming off the block and also making the tackle.
Yeah. I got caught up inside watching Thad Parsons again. I mean, he got upfield. I mean, just destroyed the left side of the Mountain Brook offensive line. But of course, the ball went outside and went away from him. Coach Abrams probably like a little more lateral pursuit out of that.
2nd down and 9. This is Gamble. Well, he hits the hole hard, and he's going to have an Amherst 1st down inside the Minor 30. Tackle there by Ashton Morgan.
Yeah, this play is obviously well blocked. They get the edge sealed right here, but Gamble does such a great job of hugging the blocks to the outside. He gets as wide as he can to run away from that inside pursuit, and that's great running on his part. Great awareness of his blockers and running away from tacklers and making them miss by the smallest margin possible.
1st down at the Minor 29. Spartans with a chance to score here before halftime. Colvin was looking deep, then just checked off short to Beatty, who makes the grab at the 26.
Yeah, wanted to go over the top again. Had to check it down to Beatty to pick up a short gain, but still positive play.
Well, a nice answer here, Coach, by Mountain Brook. Regardless whether they score, they're going to pretty much run the 1st half out if they don't get into the end zone. Barring a turnover, of course. 2nd down and 6. Colvin in some trouble. He'll be sacked. First time tonight that they've gotten to Colvin. And we're going to have a timeout on the field taken by Mountain Brook.
Yeah, real good upfield pressure by Minor that time. Look right up the inside right here. You can see the ball did come out. A good hustle by Mountain Brook offensive lineman to fall on it. Didn't see his number, but great hustle to retain possession.
So it's going to be 3rd and 7. And we'll take this opportunity to let you know about the big game coming up tomorrow night on Friday Night Rivals on My 68. It'll be Chilton County against Briarwood Christian. 7 o'clock kickoff. For those of you watching on My 68 tonight, you can tune in for that big game tomorrow night. Here's a look at 6A Region 3, which of course the 2 teams playing in that game tomorrow night. There you see Chilton County 2-0 so far, heading into region play. Briarwood 1-1.
Tough region there as well. Region 3 is always very well represented in 6A football, and this year will be no different.
3rd and 7. Colvin looking, eludes a couple of would-be tacklers and takes off. Colvin with his first run of the night, and it is a good one inside the 10. The AFS red zone.
Well, he's kind of a will of the wisp right here. He looks like smoke going through a keyhole. I mean, He pulls the thing down, avoids tacklers at the line of scrimmage, weaves his way through the secondary, and has Mountain Brook knocking on the door.
Well, Minor calls a timeout. I think Mountain Brook will be okay with. They can set up their strategy now. The Spartans, of course, out of timeouts. 24 seconds left here in the first half.
I tell you, Colvin's done a little bit of everything this half. I mean, he's been very, very accurate on the vast majority of his passes. He showed some escapability. Has read the field well. Been an impressive quarterback tonight so far.
And the Tigers have finally, Coach, seemed to be able to get a little bit of pressure on Colvin and disrupt him a little bit, but Colvin with a nice response there in the big run. And Big Time Entertainment is your home for big time fun. After the game on Friday night, you can come by for the Friday night fifth quarter and take part in the $10 unlimited arcade card, available only on Friday nights during the fifth quarter. Big Time Entertainment is open till midnight on Friday and Saturday. Over 70,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor entertainment located on exit 185 off I-20 in Oxford.
You know, I counted 7 different colored bowling balls there.
Yeah, that's about the truth.
I mean, I'm sure there's good reason for that.
Yes.
But I didn't see a black one.
Interesting. Colvin feeling the heat again, showing his ability to scramble. The pass is ruled incomplete. Boy, I tell you, that was close. Gamble was pleading his case there in the end zone, but the official wasn't buying it.
Well,
this is close. Oh my goodness,
yeah.
Coach.
Can't see there at the end if it comes loose, but it does. It did look like he kind of picked that thing off the turf. But ours is just an opinion. The decision belongs to the guy in the striped shirt.
I tell you, that was bang bang for sure. If that football touched the turf, it was just by the nose of the football.
And there can still be a catch.
Colvin's pass
nice
incomplete.
right
Sanderson was the intended receiver in the back of the end zone, and a Minor defender with a good job defending, getting the hand up.
Yeah, ran that little post route. Minor defender going against the grain, got just a fingertip on it.
And so the Spartans are going to elect to try the field goal here with 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Harradine will hit this one from the right hash. And a whistle before the snap.
Looks like you got a free one.
Minor calling their final timeout.
Yeah, going to freeze him a little bit right here. You know, you might say, well, you know, why don't you go for the touchdown right here? And I mean, Mountain Brook appears to be comfortably ahead in this game, but you know, points are points, and this does make it a 4-score game again. So there's some definite logic to this. Of course, as a broadcaster, I'd go for it. I mean, no question about it.
Yep. Well, a chance to work on the, you know, chance for the field goal unit to get out there and get some live action here. And as you mentioned, add to the lead. And the leg that this young man has, Reed Harradine, you got to like your chances from this distance.
Yeah, no, he's got thunder in that leg, that's for sure.
Beatty with the hold. Harradine there. You see him kicking it from the right hash from the 15-yard line. So a 25-yard attempt here. Snap is good. The kick is away, and it is no good.
Kinda hooked it. You know, I always hated that you know, for our kickers and as a kicker, that you know, you make the first one, a penalty is against the other team, but you don't get the points, you got to kick it again, and sometimes it plays with the head a little bit, and you see a very frustrated young man right there.
Correction, the 20.
and is always after a missed kick. Now you got to go listen to your head coach.
So 7 seconds left here in the first half.
Well, conventional wisdom tells you to just take a knee and get out of there, but I don't know. Chunk one? Nope.
Key's going to go with the conventional wisdom.
Yes.
And take us to halftime. And the interception and the touchdown there in the second quarter for Minor has given them a little bit of momentum as they head into the locker room. But it was a very impressive first half for the Spartans. John Colvin and company, 28 points. Minor with the score there late in the first half. It's a 28-7 game here at halftime.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA.
Are you ready for some football? Then WOTM is the place for you. On Thursday nights at 7 p.m., veteran broadcaster Mickey Shadrick and former high school state champion and collegiate national champion Coach Rick Rhodes bring you live coverage of the AHSAA TV Network Game of the Week, presented by AmFirst. Friday nights at 7 p.m., it's the TV24 Game of the Week, presented by Sunny King 4. And the action continues Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. with an encore presentation. Drummond's Company, Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, right here on WOTM.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
You know, Tony, it's almost that time of year again.
Well, we already know the outcome. Roll Tide.
No, not that game. I'm talking about scoring the #1 truck in America for the last 45 years, the Ford F-150. Right now, you can order a new 2023 Ford F-150 at Sunny King Ford with absolutely no deposit. Choose the features you need and the extras you want.
Only at Sunny King Ford.
That's right, Sunny King Ford, on the sunny side of the street, Anniston, Oxford.
Now that's a catch.
Silicaga's best kept secret? No more. Harvey's on Noble is the place to go for the area's best food and drinks. Whether you're in the mood for steak, burgers, salad, seafood, or dessert, Harvey's on Noble will not disappoint, and the atmosphere is perfect for catching the big game or just relaxing after work. Harvey's is open for dinner Wednesday through Saturdays, so round up the family and we'll see you at Harvey's on Noble, downtown Sylacauga.
It's the end of summer payment vacation happening now at Sarah Nissan of Sylacauga. Summer may be coming to an end, but your payments can still take a vacation. Make no payments until the end of the year and get 1.9% APR financing during the end of summer payment vacation sales event happening now online at SarahNissanOfSylacauga.com and at Sarah Nissan of Sylacauga, located just off Highway 280 at Sylacauga. Credit approval may require money down. 1.9% for 60 months at $17.48 per $1,000 finance. Regardless of down payment, visit dealer for details.
And welcome back to Spartan Stadium in Mountain Brook. We are at halftime of our AHSAA Thursday night game of the week, and it's time now to hand it off to AHSAA weekly host Susan Scott Carruthers, bringing you your Holtzford highlights.
And let's get right into last week's highlights. Our highlights, as always, are compiled by AHSAA's David Holtzford. Let's get to the football and volleyball action. We open this week's highlights with some outstanding volleyball action featuring the Alabama Christian Academy Eagles at crosstown rival Montgomery Catholic. The Class 4A Lady Knights, last year's Class 3A state runner-up, dominate the action early with this spike coming from talented hitter Lyndon McAnally, giving Catholic the early lead. A block by 6-foot sophomore Harper Howell gives the Knights another point, and McAnally adds another point as Catholic, coached by Sellers Dubberly, wins this match 2-0. Next, we head to Addison High School, where the Class 1A Bulldogs, last year's Class 2A state champions, taking on the Decatur Heritage. Addison, coached by Katie Woodard, are just too strong in this match as we see Abby Waldrop with a powerful spike hitting the ball out of reach of all the Eagles defenders. Points follow quickly by Lauren Cunningham and Waldrop, again as the Bulldogs go on to win this small school clash of volleyball powers 2-0. We stay with volleyball action as we head north to catch up with Jasper High School, currently 13-2 on the season, taking on Ramsey High School of Birmingham. The Vikings' Elena Hadaway gets a quick spike in the first set as Jasper takes an early 4-2 lead. Later in the set, teammate Michaela Cook delivers a return shot the Rams are unable to bring back. The Vikings continued their strong play with Allie Gray Sailors setting up Tierra McElrath for a powerful kill shot, and Jasper, coached by Bobby Daniels, takes a 3-0 win. Next, we move to football action, where we pick up a historic battle between Jeff Davis and Opelika in East Alabama. Opelika is holding a 7-6 lead when quarterback Roman Gagliano finds Calvin Hewley, who slips out for a screen pass and takes it 31 yards for a touchdown, giving the Bulldogs a 14-6 lead. Hewley would add another touchdown as Coach Eric Speakman's Bulldogs roll up 257 total yards to defeat Jeff Davis 35-14. And became just the 30th school in AHSAA history to clinch 600 wins. Opelika has a 600, 303, and 18 record in 105 seasons, the first coming in 1917. Let's stay in the Wiregrass while Class 5A Rehoboth travels to Class 2A Wicksburg and walks out with a 31-12 win. We pick up the action in the first half with the Rebels quarterback Luke Odom finding Terrell Townsend for a 32-yard touchdown pass. Rehoboth uses a little trickery in the third quarter when Odom passes across the field to Russell Ash, who then fires a perfect strike to Townsend, who falls into the end zone for a 30-yard touchdown. Rehoboth scores again late on a 76-yard interception return from Devin Singletary to improve to 2-0. Next, we go to Enterprise, where the Wildcats host Auburn in a Class 7A Region 2 opener for both teams. Auburn starts the scoring when quarterback Clyde Pittman finds Ian Nations for the 21-yard touchdown. On the ensuing kickoff, Enterprise's Michael Johnson catches the kickoff at the 10-yard line and goes 90 yards for a touchdown, tying the game 7-7. But Auburn would prove to be too strong with hard-running D.V. Williams refusing to be tackled on a 27-yard touchdown run, and Tyler Flakes breaking free for a 26-yard touchdown. Johnson is able to score on a long touchdown catch for Enterprise, but Auburn, 2-0, remains unbeaten, taking the 31-21 win. We move next to Central Alabama, where we pick up the action between Class 6A Benjamin Russell and Class 5A Central of Clay County at Volunteer Stadium. The visiting Wildcats take an early lead with quarterback Gabe Benton hurling a 66-yard touchdown strike to senior Corey Milliner. Benton continues with a 32-yard scoring run, giving Benjamin Russell a 14-7 lead. Benton finishes the game 3 for 7 passing with 144 yards and a touchdown, and the Wildcats added 209 yards rushing to remain undefeated 2-0 with a 33-14 win over Central. We pick up last Thursday's battle at Clanton, where Chilton County High School improved to 2-0 with a 50-0 win over county rival Jemison in a setup for this week's big 6A Region 3 game at Briarwood. Rashard Childers got the Tigers going with a 34-yard touchdown run, and Chilton County never looked back. Childers scores 5 times on the night, amassing 149 yards total on 18 carries. Quarterback Cannon Miller was also 17 of 26 passing for 191 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a throw to Jacavion Bolding for 15 yards. Our next stop is Briarwood Christian, where the Lions are taking on Class 7A neighbor Spain Park. Evan Smallwood passes to Zamir Ferris for a touchdown early to give the visiting Jaguars a 6-0 lead. Things heat up in the fourth quarter, where Briarwood senior quarterback and Clemson University commit Christopher Vizina marches the Lions down the field 68 yards in the final minute, setting up the winning touchdown with 5 seconds remaining. He scrambles and finds teammate Brady Wall in the back of the end zone for the game-winning touchdown as the final horn sounds and Briarwood escapes with a 23-21 win. We close out our Week 1 highlights with Coach Rick Rhodes teaming up with longtime Calhoun County TV personality Mickey Shadrix to provide commentary for highlights from last week's AHSAA Network Game of the Week. Southside Gadsden defeating Hoax Bluff 42-7.
Panthers came out really looking good offensively in the first quarter.
Yeah, they really did. They're going to start the game off like a house of fire, both on the ground and in the air. You're going to see a nice long run and then a back shoulder throw right here. And Southside looks like they're out to practice early, and they're going to get on the board, and maybe it's a prelude of things to come later on. But as the game goes on, you're going to see Southside sputter really because of that yellow flag. Here's one right here that is roughing the punter penalty that is going to set Hoax Bluff up. It looks like Hoax Bluff has a chance to tie this game. But the Southside defense will stiffen, force a missed field goal.
That was Hoax Bluff's best chance to score in the first half, and they were unable to do so. And again, the Southside defense, the way they just crowded the box tonight, really daring Hoax Bluff to throw, and they just didn't, other than the big pass play we'll see at the beginning of the third quarter, they just didn't have much of an answer, Coach.
Yeah, this is the last play of the first half, and we thought this one was going to go all the way to the house, but really a game-saving tackle, or at least a touchdown-saving tackle, is going to keep that one from going all the way. Start of the second half, lightning strikes in a hurry.
This was the big pass play from Masters to Cole Stone, and Coach, this actually tied the game at 7-7, but that seems like a long time ago. Well, this was a huge turning point in the game.
Yeah, things will never be the same after this, and you know, that young man really was all over the field. We ought to mention him just a little bit. That's Cole Garrett, who made several big plays. That one that should have been a touchdown. Penalty called it back. The post route is going to set it up, and then Neesmith will run it in for the score, and really, Southside never looks back.
And it was just such a balanced attack. There you see Neesmith scoring his rushing touchdown tonight, and then even special teams were a problem. The high snap and Southside getting the touchdown by way of special teams. The route was on, and despite the blowout, both teams a lot of respect for each other.
We hope you enjoyed this week's highlights compiled by David Holtzford. Be sure to send your own highlights to David at the email on the screen.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Are you ready for some football? Then WOTM is the place for you. On Thursday nights at 7 p.m., veteran broadcaster Mickey Shadrix and former high school state champion and collegiate national champion Coach Rick Rhodes bring you live coverage of the AHSAA TV Network Game of the Week, presented by AmFirst. Friday nights at 7 p.m., it's the TV24 Game of the Week, presented by Sunny King Ford. And the action continues Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. with an encore presentation. Drummond's Company, Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, right here on WOTM.
You know, Tony, it's almost that time of year again.
Well, we already know the outcome. Roll Tide.
No, not that game. I'm talking about scoring the #1 truck in America for the last 45 years, the Ford F-150. Right now, you can order a new 2023 Ford F-150 at Sunny King Ford with absolutely no deposit. Choose the features you need and the extras you want.
Only at Sunny King Ford.
That's right, Sunny King Ford, on the sunny side of the street, Anniston, Oxford.
Now that's a catch.
And we are back live at Spartan Stadium. There you see our halftime score of our AHSAA game of the week. It is Mountain Brook with a 28-7 lead here at halftime over Minor in the region opener for both teams. Mickey Shadricks and Rick Rhodes back with you, and we're pleased to be joined now by special guest Benny Eves. In his 8th year as athletic director at Mountain Brook, joins us here at halftime. And Benny, I just got to start off with the facilities here at Spartan Stadium. I know the new LED lighting, the video board that we're seeing a lot on our telecast tonight. Talk about the facilities upgrades that you've overseen here the last few years.
Well, obviously the biggest one here in the stadium is the video board. We got it about last part of September, 1st of October last year. So this is really our first full season with the video board, the first full summer to work on the fundraising and have things in place. So it's been phenomenal. It's been a rallying point for a lot of groups within the school and our community and support groups, working on commercials and hype videos. And, you know, it's not just our student athletes, but it's the experience that our students have in the stands, as well as our broadcast students that are working on the broadcast and the content. So it's really been a game changer for our athletic program when it comes to fundraising. It's an avenue that we knew was going to be a great opportunity, but really didn't understand what an opportunity it was going to be. So we're very fortunate that the Board of Education and the superintendent and everybody was on board with us doing that. And then, of course, adding the LED lights, it makes it really nice being the AD when somebody needs the lights turned on or off, and I can turn those on with an app in my phone in my living room in Hoover, Alabama. So if somebody forgets to turn the lights off or forgets to ask, it's the technology is wonderful.
Benny, if I could jump in here just for a minute.
Sure.
I want to talk with you a little bit about your head coach and the culture that he has established there. It looks like he and his staff and all of y'all do a great job of raising your guys really from the ground up. And I just wish you could comment on that a little bit.
You know, Coach Yeager is a phenomenal coach. We know his knowledge of X's and O's are just unbelievable, but I'm amazed every day when I speak with Coach Yeager and we talk about, at times, his philosophy on addressing something with with our team and how he builds leadership and focuses on character development, and how he reaches down into all the way down to our youth football, our little bitty guys. He's so involved and understands the opportunity that he has, that our coaching staff has, in influencing our young men and growing up to be better husbands, fathers, and, you know, just good citizens. I can't tell you, and when I say this, I've said it many times, I'm constantly amazed with every year he comes up with some theme or some way to motivate the kids that really focuses, and it's so deep. It's not just a superficial thing. It has so many levels to it. So we're very fortunate, our community is very fortunate that we have Coach Yeager heading our program and his coaching staff, because they're all the same way. Everybody buys in to what's really important. We want to win and we want to be successful, but that's not the biggest job we have as coaches. And Coach Yeager's, he's the head of the whole program.
Well, Benny, thanks so much for joining us. We're out of time. As we leave you, though, we're going to mention your name just about a week ago, the 5th-ranked athletic program in the nation by Max Prep. Congratulations, and thanks for joining us here at halftime.
Thank you very much.
All
Absolutely.
Right.
Thank you.
Mountain Brook Athletic Director Benny Eves joining us here at halftime. Second half action still to come here from Spartan Stadium.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
I need the King boys.
call two clowns in a tow truck when you're dreaming of them King boys.
It's the end of summer payment vacation, happening now at Tony Serra Ford in Sylacauga. Summer may be coming to an end, but your payments can still take a vacation. Make no payments until the end of the year and get 1.9% APR financing during the end of summer payment vacation sales event, happening now online at TonySerraFord.com and at Tony Serra Ford in Sylacauga on Highway 280 in Sylacauga. With dealer preferred lender, credit approval may require money down. 1.9% for 60 months at $17.48 per 1,000 finance, regardless of down payment. Visit dealer for details.
Sylacauga's best kept secret? No more. Harvey's on Noble is the place to go for the area's best food and drinks. Whether you're in the mood for steak, burgers, salad, seafood, or dessert, Harvey's on Noble will not disappoint, and the atmosphere is perfect for catching the big game or just relaxing after work. Harvey's is open for dinner Wednesday through Saturdays, so round up the family and we'll see you at Harvey's on Noble, downtown Sylacauga.
And we roll on here at halftime at Spartan Stadium. Region opener for Mountain Brook and Minor. The Spartans with a big advantage at halftime. Coach, they jump out to a 28-0 lead. John Colvin in that Mountain Brook offense. The running game, the passing game was clicking on all cylinders. Mountain Brook did give up the touchdown late in the first half, but it was all Spartans early.
Yeah, this is a beautiful throw by Colvin here on a deep crossing route off of play action, and really the Mountain Brook offense operated almost to perfection for most of the first half. You can see these deep balls. I mean, the receivers aren't even breaking stride. Another play action right here with another go route right here, and again a beautiful throw, a great route, and Mountain Brook jumped on top 21-0, and they're going to add to it on that score right there, and it's 28-0. But Minor will come back, a nice tip ball right here, and the big guy Thad Parsons is going to run it down inside the 10, and the score will come right after a beautifully thrown ball by Key and a nice catch and a nice adjustment right there by Darian Jackson, and here we are, 28-7.
Second half coming up from Spartan Stadium here on the AHSAA Thursday night game of the week.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA.
It's the end of summer payment vacation, happening now at Serra Nissan of Sylacauga. Summer may be coming to an end, but your payments can still take a vacation. Make no payments until the end of the year and get 1.9% APR financing during the end of summer payment vacation sales event, happening now online at SerraNissanOfSylacauga.com and at Serra Nissan of Sylacauga, located just off Highway 280 at Sylacauga. Credit approval may require money down. 1.9% for 60 months at $17.48 per $1,000 finance, regardless of down payment. Visit dealer for details.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And getting set for the start of the third quarter. Mountain Brook with a 28-7 lead. Coach Chris Yeager saw his offense execute extremely well in that first half. The 4 touchdown passes. Colvin, 2 of those to Beatty, as you saw in those highlights, 1 to Sanderson, then 1 to tight end Carter Kelly. And then Minor, coach, giving themselves kind of something to hang their hat on with that late first half interception and then the touchdown pass from Key to Jackson.
Well, I think what they're going to try to do is, I think Minor is going to try to to look at their playbook and see the passing game that they can count on, that they can get out reasonably quick and hit some more medium yard stuff. And the other thing they were not able to do is they really were not able to get the ball downfield deep very much at all. And I'm sure they'll try to create some of those routes right there. And of course, if they could generate a running game, that would certainly help them. But the big thing's got to happen is that defense has got to find a way to handle that play action game. They got a little better against the run now as the half went. But that play action game, they still don't have an answer for.
Well, we mentioned the Mountain Brook offense execution, that Mountain Brook defense keeping Minor from busting any big plays in that first half.
But they had a great combination of zone blitzes, all-out pressure, and then maximum coverage where they dropped and kept people underneath. And, of course, one of the things I'm sure Coach Abrams said to his team, he says, look, guys, we get the ball first. We score, it's anybody's ball game. So this is a big series.
Yeah, this is a big, as they say, first 5 minutes of the second half as Harradine booms another kick into the end zone for a touchback. So Key will bring the offense back out, and we'll see if Minor can. They had a little bit of momentum they took into the locker room there, and they were able to, Mountain Brook move the ball there late in the first half, but missed the field goal attempt. So there you see the quarterback Key coming out with the offense.
Yeah, I really think that a real key for them, we haven't talked about it very much, is that offensive line. They're going to have to be more consistent and control that line of scrimmage a little bit better if Minor's going to get back into this.
And Key is going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Billy Radney, the senior linebacker, we've called his name a few times tonight. A nice play there behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that time Tavarius Collins pulled from his right guard position, and Mountain Brook would have none of it. Radney was right in that guard's hip pocket and made the play, ran it down from behind.
Key gets the pass away. Almost had to jump up just to get it over the defender, but it's a short gain there for Dalen Parks. It's going to be 3rd and long.
And kind of more of the same right there. They're able to get pressure with just the 4-man front, force the throw underneath quickly. The defense rallied to it and brings up this 3rd and 9.
So a 3rd and long right out of the chute here to begin the second half for the Tiger offense. Key feeling the pressure, pocket breaks down, he steps up, calls for a block, unable to turn the corner. Excellent open field tackle that time by Mountain Brook's Luke Maddox.
Yeah, that time Mountain Brook showed linebacker pressure, bailed and ran a little twist in the middle. Pressure forced Key out of the pocket. Nowhere to go with the football in that defense, which just is setting on those underneath routes, is able to come up and make the play for really no gain. And that first series of the second half couldn't have gone any better for the Mountain Brook defense.
Correction, that was Drew Widener, the junior linebacker, on the tackle. So 4th down, and as Coach Rhodes says, Minor's going to have to punt it right away, so the Tiger is unable to take advantage of the possession here to begin the second half, and Mountain Brook will start once again with very good field position,
which they have had virtually the entire night.
We mentioned in their win last week, Coach, over James Clemens, they scored 42 points. 6 different players accounted for those touchdowns, and we see here tonight they have so many weapons. They got 3 different running backs they rotate in. You've got 3 different guys who've caught touchdown passes tonight.
And like all really good football teams, they all look like they came out of the same can of football player. I mean, they all about the same size, about the same speed, about the same ability, and just a very impressive football team for this at least this first half of the game. And their defense certainly started out the second half exactly the way they wanted to, I'm sure.
There's Cole Gamble. He started the game at running back, starts the second half. Picked up 6 yards on that first down carry, 2nd and 4. Beatty motions to the wide side. They hand it off to Gamble, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. So one of the few tackles for loss for Minor. That time Cam Henderson with the stop.
Yeah, they slanted the front right into it. The Mountain Brook offensive line was not able to pick that up. Just great penetration by the Minor front and linebacker crew, and brings up this 3rd and 8.
So here's a big opportunity for the Minor defense. Can they get off the field on 3rd and 8? Colvin Drifts to his right, will take off, and will step out of bounds very close to first down yardage. It looks like they're going to spot him a yard short of the needed yardage.
It was interesting. Miners' defensive interior is going to rush everybody from the inside foot of the tackle in on both sides, and there's no contained defender on either side, and Colin Darnier turning into a first down.
So 4th and 1. Coach Yeager has the offense stay on the field, and Miner's going to give them a gift.
Well, there's the shift again that they have used so well tonight. That time it drew Miner offside.
Encroachment, defense. 5 yards results in a first down.
And you just saw one of the reasons why that chin whisker is gray and not black anymore. That will put gray hairs on your head and in your beard. That's for sure. Got to watch that ball.
A number of pre-snap penalties against the Tigers tonight, and that gives Mountain Brook an Amherst first down at the 40, and they keep possession of the ball. And coach, they just did it again.
There is a flag on the play.
Well, I mean they.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, defense, 5 yards, first down.
I mean, they do flirt with the rule. You know, it says that the offensive movement cannot be designed to influence or to force illegal movement. You could maybe make a case for that, but I think the officials are right here. That really is a legal shift on the offensive side of the ball.
And it makes it 1st and 5. This is Gamble, wrapped up from behind by Henderson, but like most good running backs, Gamble falls forward for a gain of 4 on a play where it looked like he was going to be tackled for no gain.
Yeah. Thad Parsons had him in his gun sights about 3 yards deep, but really a nice job by him of slipping underneath, and a nice upfield cut, and turned what could have been a disaster into a positive play.
Give him a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's Gamble again. Squirts through the hole for the Amherst first down, out of bounds at around the 20. So Mountain Brook once again on the march here on their first possession of the second half.
Yeah, really a nice job on the right-hand side. You can see that those green shirts, they are on those white jerseys and not letting go. That's Henry Boehm, and I sure hope I'm pronouncing that last name close to right, but he's had really an outstanding night and a really good block that time. Moved his guy 5 yards downfield.
Gamble running left. Tripped up that time by Davion Lake, the junior linebacker, but Mountain Brook is back in the AFS red zone after that carry by junior Cole Gamble.
You know, when you play against a team that runs a stretch as well as Mountain Brook does, you know, you've got to either be able to penetrate in gaps and get upfield and destroy the blocking schemes where they can't get to the second level, or you've got to be quick enough to level out with them and keep your pad on pad and keep your gap responsibility. And really Miner has not been able to do either one of those things well enough tonight to have consistent success.
2nd down and 7. Same play, Gamble. Huge hole inside the 10, stays on his feet, dives in for the Harveys on Noble touchdown.
And it's really great balance on his part, and again another well-blocked play. Miner's linebacker away from the point of attack tried to blow the line of scrimmage. If you look right to the right guard, you can see the white shirts penetrating upfield, but that's going to take pursuit away to where the ball is going. And great job of keeping balance right there by Gamble. Thought he was going to go down at about 3, but he just got that body and kept those feet moving in a very nice athletic move. Takes it into the end zone for the 34th point.
And here's Harradine out for the Sonny King extra point, and he drills it for a 35-7 lead. That is Mountain Brook's first rushing touchdown of the night, as we get another look at the nice blocking up front and Gamble taking advantage.
Well, again, takes advantage of that hole, turns it upfield, and shows a lot of power by getting that thing in the end zone. Here's another look at it. You see those green shirts get it sealed inside. You see the kick out block. He reads it, gets inside, and away he goes.
Gets north and south quick, huh?
Yes, he does. I tell you what about Harradine. Now he kicked it over the camera tower. Shouldn't you get an extra point for that?
Hey.
I mean, you ought to get one for the extra point and one for kicking it over the camera tower.
Well, it got him some kudos from you.
Well, look at this right here. I mean, there's one, there's another.
Strong leg for sure. And here it is on display on another AHSAA Automotive kickoff. All of which have resulted in touchbacks so far.
I think that one has too. That one left the building.
So Mountain Brook once again down by 4 scores, or I should say minor to Mountain Brook. And so now the Tigers, Coach, they really haven't been able to sustain a drive. Of course, their touchdown result of a big play interception in the short field. So,
you know, teams that are big play teams, they live by the big play. You know, they hit something big for a score or for a big chunk of yardage that loosens up defenses, and then they can dink you. Then they get another big one, loosen you back up again. And Minor has just not been able to really get that gashing play. I mean, their biggest offensive play tonight has been an intercepted pass run back by their nose guard.
Darian Jackson on the reception. Young man had the touchdown catch in the first half.
Yeah, he's definitely been a bright spot for him. He's had a good night.
The 1 score so far for Minor, Darian Jackson. And another pre-snap penalty against Minor.
Prior to the snap, full start, offense. That'll be 5 yards, still first down.
I'd be interested to know what their snap count rhythm and cadence is, because not only has this been called a lot, I think there's been a half dozen other times it could have been called where it looked like people were in motion early.
Well, the incomplete pass. Key back to throw. And connects with his receiver out at the 34-yard line. Out to the 37 goes Malachi Freet.
Yeah, this is going to be a little twist move. You can see a lot of pressure put on there by Sam Hunt early, but a nice job by Key of getting out away from that and delivering the ball out for a nice gain.
2nd down and 3. Nice response after the 5-yard penalty. Key misses his receiver Javari Allen.
Yeah, this has become a twist-o-rama for the Mountain Brook front. They're really dealing up front, and they've been able to get pressure on Key pretty consistently now. I think if Key had that to do over again, he would have dumped that ball out to his running back a little bit sooner. Would have had some positive yardage.
3rd down. Key pressured, passes away and incomplete.
Again, it looked like some confusion up front, and the ball was not snapped cleanly. Left tackle blocked inside, and you're going to watch right off of the edge. I mean, he's untouched.
Left tackle didn't move.
He takes a big hit. So really, really good pressure by Vaughn Frost, the senior linebacker.
They have just been out of sync with their snap count.
Yeah,
Coach.
they really have. It's been really all night.
As well as Mountain Brook has executed it, then you add on the pre-snap penalties for Minor, and it is why you've got the kind of score you got right now. Fair catch call for at the 32 by Beatty. So the Spartans take over 1st and 10 at about the midway point of the 3rd quarter.
It's really been kind of the same script on all 5 scoring drives. Good tough running, mix in some play action passes, and that gentleman right there, except for the 1 interception, has had really an exceptional night. John Colvin, the senior quarterback.
Colvin play action Throws downfield, and it's incomplete. Sanderson was the intended receiver. Kelton Owens was in coverage.
And really, it was the post route off of the play that they scored the touchdown on earlier. This time they tried to go over the top of the post. There's the play action again, set up by Colvin. Not the crossing route this time, but the post. But Colvin's not able to set his feet that time. And I beg your pardon, it was the crossing route again, the same route that they hit for the touchdown to open the scoring tonight.
I believe that's the first time they've thrown on first down tonight. Second down and 10. Back to the ground game. Gamble, huge hole. He's in the secondary. It's a foot race, and Gamble is going to win it, his second rushing touchdown here in the third quarter.
Well, Coach Yeager talked about his speed, and he showed it to you tonight because Minor has a fast defense, and he just ran away and left him. Now, formation helped create that play. You're going to see here they get an unbalanced line, and you're going to see that there's one gap that is exposed right there. Minor did not have enough defenders on that side of the formation. And Gamble did about as good a job as you can do of finding that unoccupied gap. A little dip at the finish wire right there, and another play for a very, very impressive night for that young man.
Sonny King extra point. Here is Reed Harradine, and his perfect night continues. Well, he had the missed field goal, but he's been perfect on extra points and kickoffs for sure. 42-7.
And he did miss the camera tower that time. So
take the break. 6:16 to play third quarter. It is all Mountain Brook. Cole Gamble, 2 rushing touchdowns here in the third quarter.
Convert your old catalytic converter into cash. Right Way Auto Salvage in Munford will pay cash for your catalytic converter. We buy converters. With over 1 million parts in stock, Right Way Auto Salvage can take that old converter and turn it into cash. Take your old converter and turn it into cash. Right Way Auto Salvage, located in Munford, Alabama.
And back, and we want to thank our friends at Harvey's on Noble. Outstanding food, outstanding service, diverse menu, and we appreciate their support each and every week here on the Thursday night AHSAA game of the week. Harvey's on Noble.
How are those chicken fingers?
Excellent. And your catfish?
Just like it always is. Absolutely fantastic.
Hey,
this will be a good one right here.
Yeah, next Thursday night, you and I will be in Sylacauga, where we could go to Harvey's on Noble. All the fans could go there after the game, as Valley and Sylacauga will hook up in a big region matchup next Thursday night here on the AHSAA game of the week. Cole Gamble, 2 rushing touchdowns here in the third quarter, and Mountain Brook has extended their lead to 42-7.
Looks like it's just kind of another day at the office for that young man. Just kind of working over that mouthpiece right there. And another 100-yard night, and life goes on. You know, I saw Mountain Brook against Clay Chalkville last year in the semifinals. I believe this team's better. It'll be a very interesting run in 6A this year. There's 6 or 7 really, really special teams, and maybe 3 or 4 that are elite. And it'll be fun to follow this.
So the Tigers bring the offense back out. It's been a tough night for this young man, Kareem Key, who has been so dynamic. Came into this game through the first 2 games, had thrown for over 700 yards in their 2 wins to open the season over Huffman and Paul Bryant. But the yardage has been tough tonight against this Mountain Brook defense.
Yeah, it really has. And two-back set for the first time tonight and just nowhere to go.
Excellent run defense that time by the Spartans.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, they've had an excellent game plan on defense. I mean, they've really mixed things up well. When they've dropped in coverage, they've been able to mix the games up front. And, of course, the pursuit of that defense, as you see right there, cannot be overstated.
Key's pass is behind Jackson.
Yeah,
as he was under duress once again.
Well, in long yardage now, they're wheeling and dealing up front. They're only bringing 4, but they're bringing them from about as many different combinations as you can. Slants, twists, over and unders, trails. I mean, whatever cliche you want to use. I mean, they're throwing all of them at him, and that young man has been under lots of pressure all night.
And on the verge of another 3 and out. Key swings it out in the flat to Allen, but the pass was behind him, and Allen unable to pick up anything after the catch.
Yeah, and 7 in coverage right there. 7 defenders in coverage that are just sitting, waiting on that. Confident now that that front 4 is going to get the ball out quickly, so they drop and sit and wait for that throw, and then they're able to break up. And as you said, Mickey, another 3 and out, and it just has been that kind of night for the Minor Tigers.
And there's Beatty awaiting the punt. Looks like Mountain Brook going to be in good field position once again as this punt inside Minor's own 5-yard line. Gets a good roll, though, and Beatty will finally run away from it. It'll be down at the 30-yard line.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know how Minor's punter avoided getting his knee on the ground. It sure looked like he was down there, but nevertheless, he got it out, and it turned out to be a pretty good punt.
So the Spartan offense back out on the field. And we see a new quarterback now. That is John Cooper, the backup to John Colvin. Cooper now in the game. He is a junior.
I think we got a lot of backups in right now.
And a little bit of a high snap. Cooper able to hold on to it, and play results in no gain.
Yeah, and that's not unexpected when your backups go in there. They're trying to get the rhythm of the game, and they've been standing for 2.5 quarters, and now they're out there and they want to do well, and sometimes you get a little over eager.
Play actually lost a yard, so 2nd down and 11. Cooper hands it off. This is Will Waldrop in the game, and he picks up about 4 out to the 33, so it'll be 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, the third member of that threesome that has been so dynamic. Just a stretch play.
So a chance for the Minor defense to get the 3rd down stop. Cooper hands it off to Waldrop, and he is going to be close to the 1st down. Good second effort there. It looked like Waldrop was going to be tackled well short of the 1st down.
Yeah, nice little spin move, and kept those feet moving to get up an extra 2-3 yards, but it looks like they're going to come up a little bit short.
A yard short of the 1st down as we get another look at the run.
Yeah, good hustling move right there by Parsons again, who's been a bright spot for Minor tonight.
So on 4th and 1, the Spartans, their first punt of the game. And the Tigers are going to be lucky to keep possession here.
Yeah, you gotta. Anytime you drift and try to catch that punt on the run, it makes this old coach very nervous. You want to sprint and get over there and look that ball all the way in.
Malachi Threet mishandling and been able to recover.
Yeah, good job by Threet to retain possession.
So just under 3 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. A quarter that has been dominated by Mountain Brook as Minor takes the field for their 4th possession. Coach, they haven't picked up a first down in this quarter.
No, they've been really dominated.
Key swings it out here to Paul Allen.
Now there's just nothing going. You know, that flat defender is getting deep enough to discourage the deep throw. He anticipates the ball going underneath and is able to make a great break on the ball, and that's pretty good defense. You take away the deeper throw and break up on the short throw, and it's 2nd and 10. That's kind of what you want.
Key steps up and takes off and slides down at about the 29-yard line. We'll leave him about 3, maybe 4 yards short. They're going to actually spot him at the 28, so it will be 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, good job that time by Key of stepping up in the pocket, seeing the daylight, and picking up some real positive yardage. Of course, for Coach Abrams, you know, he'd like to finish this game with as many positive things as possible. They've gotten off to a good start this year. They don't want all that momentum to just be gone tonight.
Quarterback keeper, and Key is not going to get anywhere near the first down, as Billy Hoyt read the play well, the Mountain Brook defensive lineman.
Yeah, does a nice job of controlling his gap and sliding down the line of scrimmage in pursuit. And when Key tried to cut back, he was right there. He's had a good night. Been very impressive.
So another 3 and out, as this Mountain Brook defense just continues to dominate as much as the offense. It is just a total team effort here for Coach Yeager's team, making a statement here tonight in their first region game of the year against a minor team that came in 2-0, and it lit up the scoreboard in their first 2 wins of the season. Beatty backtracks and now tries to find some daylight, but will be taken down at the 35-yard line. Good punt coverage that time by the Tigers.
And that may be among the poorer field position that Mountain Brook has had tonight.
And backup John Cooper will remain in the game.
He'll hope for a little more success this time out.
Spartans begin this drive from their own 36. And they keep it on the ground. This is Waldrop, as he is wrapped up by Dalen Parks along with Tyre Macon.
And a bunch of other white shirts. Pretty good pursuit that time by the minor defense.
2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8 for the Spartans, as we are under a minute to play here in this 3rd quarter. Mountain Brook has outscored Minor in this 3rd quarter 14-0. The Tigers have yet to pick up a first down here in the 2nd half.
Prior to the snap, full start. Offense, 5 yards, still 2nd down.
Yeah, I think the tight end J.C. Adams had a little flinch. Had a bunch of those tonight.
Final seconds tick away here in the 3rd quarter. Cooper with the handoff to Waldrop, and he is gang tackled at about the 38-yard line, and that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. It is all Mountain Brook at home tonight. The Spartans looking to stay unbeaten and pick up their first region win of the year. They are well on their way. 4th quarter coming up. Spartans with a 42-7 lead.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
Uncle Marcus, will you tell us a story about King Boys again?
Sure. Well, it all started back in 2008.
2008.
We didn't have all the fancy towing equipment we do now, but we did have a service and a desire to help our customers. You see, kids, you must train your mind and your body to be able to help the people you call customer. When they call on us, it's showtime. Understand me. King Boys' mission is to help when people are in need. So what's our motto, children?
King Boys forever!
It's the end of summer payment vacation, happening now at Tony Sarah Ford in Sylacauga. Summer may be coming to an end, but your payments can still take a vacation. Make no payments until the end of the year and get 1.9% APR financing during the end of summer payment vacation sales event, happening now online at TonySarahFord.com and at Tony Sarah Ford in Sylacauga on Highway 280 in Sylacauga. With Dealer Preferred Lender, credit approval may require money down. 1.9% for 60 months at $17.48 per 1,000 finance, regardless of down payment. Visit dealer for details.
Hey, we'd like to thank our friends at Sunny King Ford on the Motor Mile there in Anniston on South Quintard Avenue. Tony Russell, Antonio Langham. That's right, that Antonio Langham. Also Pastor Sporty. Great staff there at Sunny King Ford in business for many, many years in the Anniston area. Appreciate their support of the Thursday night AHSAA game of the week that has been all Mountain Brook as we start the fourth quarter. Spartans with a 42-7 lead. And there you see the minor offense. Starting quarterback Kareem Key is at a rough night, but he stays in the game.
Well, again, the Tigers, you know, they want to get something going. They'd like to end this on a positive note.
And they run it up the middle for a couple of yards. On the carry that time was Malachi Threet.
Yeah, and of course, both inside linebackers were unblocked. Pretty tough to be successful on the ground when that happens.
Quarterback keep here is Key. Nice footwork as he spins his way out for a positive gain. Set up a third down and short for the Tigers.
Yeah, real nice individual effort on his part. I think that was Pelham Comer with a nice job of running that thing down from behind.
Actually give him the first down, the AM first down at the 31. First down of the second half for the Tigers. Key pitches it here to Emerson. And he turns the corner for a short gain. Great pursuit over there. Clyde Beavers, a junior defensive back, coming up and really delivering a good hit.
Yeah, got popped pretty good. I think this is the Mountain Brook backup defense that's in there now as well.
Second down and 7. Key drops back. Passes away and caught at the 45. That is Darian Jackson with another reception.
It's one of the few times tonight now that Key has been able to get a full drop, throw on rhythm, and you can see that he has a live arm. Really a beautiful throw right there on the outcut. And nice reception on the end.
First down running play. Not much at all that time as Jackson is wrapped up. Our correction, that is Carlos Moore, the junior, wrapped up. Oh, another correction. Malachi Threet. Hard to make out these numbers when they get crunched up sometimes.
Mickey, I'm telling you, I think it was number 0 on the front and 8 on the back. Probably not, but that's what it looked like.
As you mentioned, a lot of backups in the game on both sides of the line of scrimmage for the Spartans. Key buys some time, delivers a strike down at the 41-yard line as Carlos Moore makes the grab. That is his first catch of the night. It is an AM first down. And the quick snap. Key on the keep. Flag on the play. I have to check the penalty. Stop made that time by Miller Brooks, a sophomore linebacker in the game now for Mountain Brook.
You know, I think one thing that's been a real key for Mountain Brook tonight is Dylan Forsythe, who has been their senior receiver, who has been really outstanding for them, averaging 22.6 yards a catch
Substitution infraction on the defense. That penalty's declined. Second down.
Forsythe has really been a non-factor in this game. I mean, he really has. I don't know if we've even called his name tonight.
Substitution infraction on the defense. That penalty's declined. Second down.
So 2nd down and 4 as the Tigers take the play after the 6-yard gain. Key with time. Oh, he had a receiver as Javari Allen had kind of a little wheel route action there, and Allen just shaking his head as he missed an opportunity there.
Yeah, you got to look it in first there, young man. I know he saw some green turf in front of him and a defender. I'm sure he was trying to set up how to make that move to get him in the end zone, but you got to catch that ball first.
So 3rd down and 4 at the Mountain Brook 36. Key steps up. Throws downfield, receiver wide open. It's going to be a touchdown. A Harvey's on Noble touchdown as number 18, Greg Bester, a sophomore, got behind the Mountain Brook secondary.
Yeah, they got it into a 4-man conga line at the top of the screen. You could see their feet right there, 4 in a straight line, and one went in, one went out, and one went under, and one went deep. And the Mountain Brook defense got occupied with the guys underneath, and Key did a nice job of spotting him, puts the ball right on the money, and Mr. Bester has himself a touchdown. First one of the season, if my notes are correct, for him.
There is a flag on the play.
Waiting on the official to explain the penalty.
Prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense. Half the distance to the goal, 1 on time down.
Not real
so
sure.
The Sonny King extra point will be a little closer in, and it is good. 42-14. Now the score.
42-14.
Get another look at the touchdown from Key to Bester.
In the right-hand side of your screen at the top, you're going to see a white shirt running all by himself.
Key with a good job stepping up inside the pocket there as the pressure was coming from his right side.
Good awareness, nice play concept, and a nice throw by Key.
So another AHSAA Automotive kickoff coming up here. A little squib kick from Dominic Jones. And the Spartans are going to have good field position out near the 40-yard line. Nice job by the up man there for Mountain Brook, Ham Mandel.
Well, we'll see if Mountain Brook's backups can sustain a drive. They have not had the success that their starters had.
Starting quarterback John Colvin's coming back on the field.
Yes, he is. Maybe this is not going to be the backups.
And the handoff here to Waldrop. He fights forward for about a 3-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, I think we see the starters back in for Mountain Brook.
Spartans would love to put together a little time-consuming drive here. Get this game over with. And pick up their first region victory of the year. Getting off to a good start in 6A Region 5 action. Waldrop, nice hold. Flag flies, however. He's going to have the Amherst first down across midfield, but we're going to check penalty first.
You know, Mickey, they really do have. They have 3 exceptional running backs, and boy, they can pound you. They're going to have a fresh back every time.
First holding call of the game.
10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay, second down.
Well, I can give you a treatise on holding calls halfway through the fourth quarter of a game. But anyway, that's probably not. It's just coaches see things a little differently, I guess. But nevertheless, it's going to be second down and 18.
Most of our penalties tonight have been pre-snap penalties. That's the first holding call for either side, and it comes in the fourth quarter. Colvin, pass is complete. Beatty, good yardage after the catch. They get the yardage back real quick. And first down for Mountain Brook.
Yeah, broke the backfield into an empty set, cleared out with one receiver, and Beatty ran a little hitch route. The coverage sank and made good use of yardage after the catch.
So the Spartans invade Miner territory once again. First down at the Tiger 49. Again, the Mountain Brook starters back in the game on offense. Here is Waldrop. Left side, huge hole, and Waldrop is into the end zone for the Harveys on Noble touchdown.
Well, that's the zone play again, the stretch play. It looks like a film loop. We see the same thing over and over again. Great movement by the offensive line and a nice cut by a very talented running back, and great speed in the secondary. Just a great run by Waldrop. One of three very, very talented tailbacks we've seen from the Mountain Brook Spartans tonight.
And the Sonny King extra point from Reed Harradine is true once again, 49-14. As Mountain Brook now scored their most points of the season. They did score 42 against James Clemens last week, but now they topped that as they've got 49 on the scoreboard here tonight at home against Miner. And we will take this time to remind you, coming up tomorrow night on My 68, tune in for Chilton County versus Briarwood Christian, a region matchup, 7 o'clock kickoff on My 68. And the game will also re-air on Saturday morning on WOTM and several other air times on WOTM. And Coach, look, I know you're very familiar with the 6A Region 3.
Yeah, I really am. And, you know, there are a lot of good teams in there. Helena, you know, very impressive running game there as well. They're probably the team to beat in that region right now. Briarwood Christian, of course, very exceptional quarterback play there. Homewood's always traditionally good. Benjamin Russell off to a great start, as is Chilton County. Calera is 1-1 as well. Pelham 0-2 right now, but they improved greatly. And I mean that's going to be a fun region to follow.
So big game tomorrow night. Tune in, 7 o'clock kickoff on My 68, Chilton County and Briarwood Christian. So here's Harradine back out for the Sarah Automotive kickoff. And he is going to have another touchback. So other than the missed field goal there late in the first half, it has been a great night for that young man.
Yeah, he's shown a very, very impressive leg. I mean, that one hit the end line. And of course, in this situation, if you're the guys in white, you just keep playing. Got to forget the score. Get out there, make some plays. Get some stuff to build on for moving ahead. I tell you, Mountain Brook's a pretty stoic bunch. You know, you don't see much emotion, very many smiles over there.
Key, a little zone read keeper. Scampers forward for about a 4-yard gain. Out to the 29-yard line. Timeout on the field. We'll take the break with them. It's Mountain Brook Well, we're going to keep it right here, an injury timeout, but we're going to keep it right here at Spartan Stadium.
Yeah, I think that young man, Kareem Key, has shown a lot of grit tonight. He's kept battling. He's been under a lot of pressure most of the night. And he'll have better nights, I'm sure.
One of the minor offensive linemen limping off the field.
Looks like a leg injury had come out. And wish him well.
2nd and 5 from the 24.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, 5 yards, still 2nd down.
Minor will probably evaluate that part of their game after this one.
We'll swing it out here in the flat. And a nice pickup out near the 30.
It's one of the better games they've had on that tonight. The time they were able to outflank the defense, good blocking in front of the reception, and picked up a nice gain. Leads us to a 3rd and 1.
Leads us to another penalty flag, Coach.
We have had, this is 2 weeks in a row where our referee has had quality airtime.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, 5 yards, still 3rd down.
Which referee's style did you like better, last week's or this week's? I know that's a loaded question right there, but
for some reason I try to forget the penalties.
I like
as a coach, did you?
Yeah. Oh no, I never forget any of them.
Of course not. Key scrambling, turns it loose downfield, and it's intercepted. What an interception by Clyde Beavers.
Really a nice play. The thing you teach those defensive backs is to get up there and high point the ball. It's a little scramble action right here, and of course you got to try to match up with the deepest receiver in your zone. We don't get to see that. We see the bad side of life as a quarterback.
Yeah, when your quarterback is backpedaling with 2 guys in his face trying to throw the ball downfield, it normally doesn't turn out well. Final heat timeout of the night. We'll return to Spartan Stadium in a moment.
Are you ready for some football? Then WOTM is the place for you. On Thursday nights at 7 p.m., veteran broadcaster Mickey Shadrick and former high school state champion and collegiate national champion Coach Rick Rhodes bring you live coverage of the AHSAA TV Network Game of the Week, presented by Am First. Friday nights at 7 p.m., it's the TV 24 Game of the Week, presented by Sunny King 4. And the action continues Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. with an encore presentation. Drummond's Company, Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, right here on WOTM.
And back here at Spartan Stadium, you see there 5:52 remaining in the game. It is all Mountain Brook, and it has been from the get-go. 49-14 the score here as we resume play out of the final heat timeout of the game. And there you see the backup quarterback back in the game for the Spartans, John Cooper. As Mountain Brook will scrimmage first down at their 48. And here is Waldrop. Good surge by those offensive linemen. A sea of green just moving the pile downfield.
2nd down and 3.
7-yard gain there for number 18, Will Waldrop.
I'm going to tell you my favorite referee story. You ready for it?
It's a good time for it, yes.
Okay. Texas Tech was playing somebody. They got the Red Raider out there. When they score, they get on the horse, run around the field and all that. Everybody goes crazy. Well, This is when they were an option team, all right? And they're, let this play go right here.
Cooper hands it off to Waldrop once again. He dives forward. Football came out of there.
And the Texas Tech quarterback runs the option, pulls it, goes 65 yards down the sideline. People are going crazy. Horse comes out. They run around. It goes around the field. The Red Raiders everywhere. It bucks the horse. It's great. People are cheering. Down to the field. Referee holds his hands up. Inadvertent whistle. Ball's dead right there. Texas Tech sideline goes crazy. Coach throws his hat. You know, coaches are and all this. So the referee comes over and says, Coach, we got an inadvertent whistle here. What we're going to do is we're going to take a minute. We're going to remount and reload, and it's 3rd down and 2. I guess you had to be there.
Waldrop with the first down run, another Amherst first down. I bet you've got quite a few of those stories, Coach.
You know, I have them from about 2 or 3 different continents. I guess my favorite one in Europe was when I asked him for a measurement. They told me it was a foot short. I said, could I get a measurement? He said, okay, but it's going to be a foot short. He picked the ball up, took it over to the chain, and put it a foot short.
A foot short,
of the chain. Yeah. So, but you can't play without them. I mean, and they are selfless individuals that really care about the game of football, and it's a hard job.
Is Waldrop once again over the left side inside the 40, gain of 3.
You know what I never could understand, Mickey, as hard a job as it is, I really tried to help them a lot when I coached, and they would never let me.
They didn't want your help, did they?
Never would let me.
There's a good look at Mountain Brook starting quarterback John Colvin. Off to a great start here in his senior season.
Well, he's as serious as he can be. The guy he's talking to looks like it was kind of a funny conversation, but Mr. Colvin looks pretty serious. Coach Yeager said he's a very cerebral guy.
Waldrop gets about a yard. And here is a look at how the game started for our big-time entertainment player of the game. It was kind of an easy choice, especially the way the game started for Mr. Colvin.
Well, I mean, he was just picture perfect on several long passes for the night. You can see very smooth in his setup and delivery, and the ball right on the money.
Again, getting Mountain Brook off to that 21-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. They wound up scoring early in the second for a 28-0 lead. Colvin had 4 touchdown passes on the first 4 scoring drives for Mountain Brook.
Can't do much better than that.
No. Didn't have a ball hit the ground till second quarter.
Yeah. You know, we didn't see a whole lot of Waldrop early, but he's really.
We're seeing him now.
He's
Coach.
been pretty impressive. The ladder going, I bet he's up over 70 yards right now.
And we go under 2 minutes to play. There's a good look at Waldrop. He, Cole Gamble, and Jack King. We mentioned at the top of the telecast, kind of a 3-headed monster there in the rushing attack from Mountain Brook, and we've seen it on display tonight.
And 2 of those 3 will be back next year.
And on 4th and 2, Gamble's going to get the needed yardage for the first down, and that should enable Mountain Brook to run the clock out now.
Well, I think one of the things we've seen tonight that you know, this team is going to be in the hunt for that blue trophy, that blue map, all the way through this. That very, very impressive football team. Talented, well coached. I like their concepts in all phases of the game, and they're going to be right. They're going to be right there.
And here's and all coaches love this formation, right, Coach? The
Absolutely.
victory formation.
Best play in football.
So Mountain Brook is going to improve to 3-0. Pick up a win here in their region opener. Minor will fall to 2-1 and 0-1 in region play.
Number 161 for Coach Chris Yeager. 136th win at Mountain Brook. All-time winningest coach at Mountain Brook High School.
You know, not sure how much rankings mean this early in the season, but Mountain Brook ranked number 2. I think that they didn't do anything to diminish that ranking at all tonight.
No, not at all. I mean, really, really impressive, and it's finally a smile.
Coach Yeager, in his 17th season at Mountain Brook, going to pick up win number 136 as head coach of the Spartans as the final second ticks off the clock. And that is your final score. Mountain Brook runs away with this one. It was never in question. 49-14 the final. Spartans improved to 3-0 on the season. Minor drops to 2-1.
Two good friends meeting in the middle of the field. And tough night for Coach Abrams, but he's done a good job at Minor. And, you know, that's another thing about the coaches in our area, by and large, great sportsmen. They understand the responsibility they have to do this stuff in the right way. And the vast majority of the coaches in our state are guys that are great examples for their players.
Take a break and return with more post-game coverage from Spartan Stadium.
Mr. President, Bessemer Superhighway is backed up. What are we going to do?
Are you serious? Get me the King Boys.
King Boys Towing is the fastest growing tow and recovery company in Birmingham and surrounding areas for one reason. Our customers are our top priority. Whether your car has been in an accident, it's stuck in the driveway and won't start, or you just need a tow to your preferred repair shop, give us a call. Our fleet of flatbed tow trucks will provide courteous and fast service. King Boys Towing, 205-428-3235.
Are you in an...
Some final game statistics. Your leading rushers for the game for the Spartans. 19, Campbell with 167 yards on the ground. Waldrop, number 18, 102 yards on the ground. Leaders here, Brady with 120 yards and 3 touchdowns.
And welcome back to Spartan Stadium. Mountain Brook impressive tonight with a region victory over Minor, 49-14. Spartans jumping out to a 21-0 first quarter lead, went up 28-0 in the second quarter, led 28-7 at the half. Then in the second half, Coach, 3 rushing touchdowns to get them 249 points, their largest scoring output of the year, as Coach Yeager speaks to his team down on the field here post-game. And tell you what, it was very impressive. A couple of rushers over 100 yards tonight. With the running game set the tone for this thing early because it really opened up the passing game. And boy, John Colvin was really efficient.
Yeah, he really was. You know, if you go back to the blueprint for the game that we started out with, they really followed it to a T. I mean, the stretch running game was almost perfect. The play action passes were perfect. And it was just a very, very impressive performance by a really, really good Mountain Brook football team.
And then on the defensive side, Minor did get the 1 touchdown there in the second quarter. It was really generated by an interception, a batted ball by a defensive lineman. Other than that, they struggled just to get a first down.
Yeah, they really had a great defensive game plan as well. I mean, they mixed up the the pressures that they brought early in the game, and then as the game went on, they were able to just get pressure just with 4 men. Sometimes they bring a linebacker and just run a 3-man front. Sometimes they ran a twist. But behind that, they just kind of had a net back there of 7 defenders, and they forced those underneath throws, and they broke up and tackled extremely well. And it was just a very, very impressive performance in all phases of the game.
Yeah, we knew coming in that Minor had a lot of explosive playmakers. Coach, they really just weren't able to come up with any explosive plays, and that's a big credit to the Mountain Brook defense.
Yeah, it really is. You know, you go back again to the blueprint at the start of the game. We said, what did they have to do? Stretch the field, impact plays.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember any. Well, the impact play that they had was the interception on the screen pass. That was it. And outside of that, really, they were not able to really, you know, explode the ball down the field at all. As you look at the blueprints right there, I mean, almost to a T for Mountain Brook, and Minor was not able to get anywhere near close to that. And you know, when you're an explosive team and you take the explosives away, it's going to be a long night, and that's exactly what happened here tonight.
Well, Coach, you clearly had this one pegged early, because when we went through these blueprints, they made sense then. And after looking back at what we just saw here tonight, I mean, Mountain Brook did exactly what you laid out before the game, and Minor just couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, again, it's going to take a really good football team to be, you know, to beat this Mountain Brook team. I mean, they're for this stage of the season, very, very, very impressive. And of course, those running backs, you know, you say, well, you got to keep those running backs healthy, but they got 3 of them, and they all look like they're, you know, the old saying, well, you can't just go to a shelf and, you know, pick out another player. Well, Mountain Brook can at this running back position. They got 3 that are almost interchangeable. It's very rare to find that in high school football.
Well, you know, they're very strong up front too as well. I think their offensive and defensive lines really controlled the game tonight.
Their offensive line, very mobile, very technically sound. Their defensive line, a lot of speed, really ran well up front for a defensive line. You see that deep crossing right off the play action for the first score. And as I've said a couple times tonight, I mean, these throws are just, I mean, they're right on the money. Another play action one right here. A little throwback streak route, again, right on the money. It looks like you're seeing replays of the same play, but you're not. And then this ball is drilled right over the middle for yet another score.
And then this is the one bright spot for Minor there. That's the interception there, the tip, the interception, the big defensive lineman, Parson, fighting his way down inside the 10, and then a really good throwing catch here.
Yeah, it really is. And you know, he lays that ball out where only his guy can get it. A very nice job of going up and getting it by Darian Jackson.
Second half, Coach, it was the ground game. Waldrop really had a big second half.
Yeah, he really did.
There you see the touchdown, the first touchdown, then here the long touchdown. And you mentioned when we were doing the game here, and he outran the whole secondary there.
Yeah, I think that was Gamble there, and then Waldrop is going to have another long one afterwards. I mean, again, the depth that they showed at running back was just really, really exceptional.
So Mountain Brook again improving to 3-0 on the season, picking up the big region win tonight. And for Minor, Coach, this is one of those games, I know you've been in both sides of these type situations. For Minor, you just got to put this one behind you and move on.
Yeah, you do. And, you know, you got to try to glean what you can from it that's good. But basically, you got to turn the page and get ready for the next one.
All right, well, we're hoping to catch up with Mountain Brook coach Chris Yeager, who is obviously a popular man down on the field after this one, as his team looks really good tonight in front of the big home crowd at Mountain Brook with the win tonight over Minor. Chris Yeager doing an outstanding job. Again, the all-time winningest coach in Mountain Brook football history. And I believe Coach Yeager has now joined us down on the field. Coach, can you hear us okay?
I can.
Okay, Coach, this is Mickey Shadricks, Coach Rhodes here, and let me just start off congratulating you on the win. This was an impressive showing by your team, offensively and defensively. Just talk, if you will, overall about the execution on both sides.
Well, we challenged our guys to be better than we were last week, and you know, we had some times during the game last week. We got up and we let off the gas pedal just a little bit. We told them to finish, and then we had the same issue in the second quarter, but we bounced back from that. The thing that I was most impressed with, their quarterback had passed for 700 yards coming into this game, and the pressure that the defensive line was able to put on him and the way that the secondary was able to play, to me, may be the biggest gain and the biggest growth that we've got coming out of this game. So I really feel good about that.
Chris, this isn't really a question, just kind of an observation. You and I have met with under several different roles, wearing a lot of different hats. Chris was a 205-pound center when I was an assistant at North Alabama. He was the line coach for us at Troy State. We won a national championship. Now I get to interview you. There's a lot of questions I'd like to ask you, young man. That's for sure. No, I just I'm
going to get out of here.
No, I just want to compliment you on the performance tonight. Just really, really great. I thought your game plans on both sides of the ball were exceptional. I thought your defense really never gave them what I thought was a pretty good minor offense. Never gave them a chance to really ever get started. Any thoughts on any of that?
Well, I appreciate you saying that. And let me say this too, Coach. I would not be standing where I am tonight without you. You've been, number one, you gave me incredible opportunities, number one, as a player, then as a coach. And you've been a great mentor along the way. So, I'm the head football coach at Mount Brook, a lot to do with you. Like I always tell you, if it weren't for you, I'd be back on the farm back in Fairview, Alabama. So thank you, Coach, for your kind words.
But I know I love you, sir. I really do.
Well, the feeling's mutual, Coach. One thing, that I thought was good tonight, John Colvin, did a really good job managing the offense. A lot of times people underestimate the ability to manage the offense. And I don't think that our offense, with the stuff that we do, the shift in motion and stuff, and the checks and everything that they do, it's not the easiest thing in the world to manage. And, he does an incredible job getting people lined up and getting the ball where it's supposed to be, taking advantage of what they give us. But anyway, I was really proud of his growth tonight too. You would love. He's your kind of guy, Coach Rhodes. You'd really love, and you'd enjoy coaching him, and you'd enjoy coaching those running backs as well. They're a lot of fun.
I think anybody would.
Coach, you got so many weapons, and you use the run to set up the pass. Your defense, Coach Rhodes and I talked before you came on and joined us how it seemed as though your offensive and defensive fronts just controlled the line of scrimmage as well tonight.
Well, going into the game, that they'd played, two safeties high, and the plan was to run the ball, and if they brought them down to throw the play action pass, the cracking up. And to be honest with you, I learned that from the guy that's sitting right there beside you, and so they would back the safeties up, we'd run the ball, and they'd bring them into the box, and we would, we'd pass it. And so, and John was making most of those checks. And so anyway, that's what we hope is Mount Brook football, really.
Well, Coach, again, congratulations on the win. We'll let you go celebrate with your team, and best of luck as you move on.
Thank you so much. Chris. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Coach Rhodes. All right.
Mountain Brook coach Chris Yeager and his Spartan team victorious tonight. Very impressive, the 49-14 win over Minor. Thanks for joining us tonight on the AHSAA Thursday night game of the week. We say congratulations to the Spartans and so long from Spartan Stadium.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal.